we'll talk. Okay. So the idea with this, guys, is there's a lot of new players coming to the game. There's a lot of people that, used to play the game or haven't touched it, before, or, played for a little bit back in 2013 or even, more recently, but then stopped, went back to WoW, whatever else. But obviously we have a huge influx of new players coming to the game. So I wanted to do something real quick, which is, this is real quick in an old school RuneScape streamer's mind, I guess, but I don't think this is quick in most people's mind. But anyways, wanted to make a very simple hardcore Ironman to Barrows gloves run. That it basically just for the purpose of being a walkthrough, because a lot of people play the game, want to try Ironman, want to try hardcore, one of those two, or even a main, and just feel lost. You know what I mean? I've done this, I can't even tell you how many times so far. So I figure this might be helpful because there's no sort of guide, as far as I know, out there that takes you through everything in a kind of raw, unedited format. There's several of them that are like, YouTube series where someone makes a new account and runs through, but you miss all of the minutia in between. You miss all the little things, and it can just be overwhelming for someone that is not experienced at the game in any way, right? If you've never touched the game before and someone says, oh yeah, all you need to do is go to Civitas Illifortis and go grab this thing, a new player is going to go, I'm sorry, what did you just say? Like, where is that? Where to someone that plays every day, that might be basic knowledge, right? So this is going to be something that you can skip through because it's going to be in an entire VOD format on my YouTube channel. And find whatever you need, or just follow exactly what I do point to point as you build your account. Some people are going to benefit off of that, other people might not. If it's for you, awesome. And if it's not for you, that's okay. It's not going to be for everyone. It's certainly not going to be for like someone that's been playing the game for a long time. So the target is really like the new guys that are coming in. I'm going to go over a lot of things as I go through this. I'm probably going to wait for moments when they like naturally come up to explain things like elemental weakness, DPS calculators, minigame teleports, the Clan Wars portal, how to, turn your mini map in an easier way, or something like that, right? I'm also going to go through just a few helpful Runelite plugins. Actually, we can probably do that now. But to start, I'm at the end of Tutorial Island, and the first thing I'm going to do before I end the tutorial with the Mage Tutor is I'm going to make myself a hardcore Ironman. You do that at this really handsome NPC right here called Ironman Tutor. There's some hidden, Easter egg stuff about this NPC. I'm not going to tell you about it, but maybe one day someone will tell you some knowledge about him. He's pretty cool. So I'm going to say, tell me about Ironman mode, and I'm just going to spacebar through these things. Instead of clicking to continue, you can just hold down spacebar, makes things a little bit easier. I'd like to change my Ironman mode. I'm going to make this as a hardcore Ironman. That just means if I die, it's over. I become a regular Ironman account. If you want to follow along with this, you can do hardcore, which is 1 life, because once you die, it just downgrades to a regular Ironman. You can choose Ironman. You can choose Ultimate Ironman if you don't enjoy playing the game in a fun fashion. It's going to be hard to follow along with this if you choose Ultimate Ironman. Really, that's just for the masochists. And you can choose a main account if you want to, because, this can be followed with any, and it's going to be appropriate for any of those. Hardcore is just like the most difficult way to do it. And it's just what I like playing. So bank pin, you have to make one. I'm just going to make this 30-30. So if you hack my account, there you go. And we can mess with the bank pin settings later on. But yeah, you just choose your account style. I'm just going to make it to where, let's see, mode can be downgraded, mode can be downgraded. This does not really matter. Okay. I love how they give you that option and don't even let you do it. Before we go in, just some helpful Runelite things real quick. I'm going to turn on a couple things, and I guess I should screen capture this to make it easy. I'm also going to have to get myself a bond. If I can have someone meet me on World 435 with a bond in Lumbridge, that'd be mega helpful. Otherwise, I'll grab my own account there in a bit. Leverage my streamer power real quick. Let's go ahead and go through just a couple of small Runelite settings real quick. I'm not going to go through a lot, but just some helpful things. Plugins. GPU is something that I use. If you like HD, 117 HD has to be found in the plugin hub. If there's ever a plugin that you're looking for that you can't find, click the plugin hub up here. If you're playing the game, you should get Runelite. If you get Runelite, you want to get there from the main old school RuneScape page, so oldschool.runescape.com, and there's a Runelite link there. Download it from that. I think it redirects you to runelite.net, but there's a lot of phishing websites out there that are different domains that are just trying to steal your stuff. So make sure you get there from the official old school website. 117 HD is an HD GPU renderer. It makes the game look very fancy. I don't like it personally, so I don't use it. If you don't use that, use GPU. I can't tell you the perfect GPU settings, but this is what I use. If nothing else, increase your draw distance. Consider using anti-aliasing and probably turn off VSync. Past that, what world am I on? I'm on 435. Oh, I'm also gonna have to come up with a new in-game name because this in-game name is actually K-Counter right now, and I'll take some suggestions from the chat. You guys can help me with that one if you want. The wiki. Turn on wiki on your Runelite. What it's gonna do is it's gonna add this little thing right here, the wiki button right here. You can actually click on this, like just left click on it, and then let me turn this off. You can click on that and then like click on any item in the game, any object in the game or whatever else. If I click on that again, it's actually going to open up my browser to the wiki page for that specific thing. So it's very, very useful. The Quest Helper plugin is one of the most useful. I think this is a default plugin, but if you have this turned on, this is going to be your Rested XP or Joanna guide or whatever else. This is going to be your absolute walkthrough to any quest. All you have to do is go to the quest list, right click it, start Quest Helper, and it's going to give you the first step. And then on Runelite, on the sidebar, it's going to tell you all the items that you need, all of the rewards from the quest, and it's going to give you a step-by-step of every single thing that you do. And it's going to highlight it in-game, so you just click on whatever you want to click on. And, you know, we call it press blue, because it's just going to take you through the whole thing. Anti-drag. I probably have 3 more Runelite plugins to take you through. Anti-drag is one of the most useful. I keep it on about 10 to 20, anywhere there. What this does is when you're clicking on a lot of, like, say, gear in the game, like say I'm gonna set up a 4-way switch, right? And I'm gonna switch to these 4 items like it's like my whole gear setup. Now this is a bit different because they're basically all weapons. It makes it to where if you're clicking fast, you're not like dragging them. So if I have this turned off and I try to click all of these, let me just if I have this turned off and I try to click all of them, I might drag them around a little bit. So you see how I dragged 2 of those? And it makes switching harder. So if you have this set up, you won't drag any of them and you'll actually get that switch entirely correct, right? So that's a super useful one that not even like a lot of seasoned players don't use, and they probably should. Past that, tile indicators. You can see the tile that's underneath me. I just turn on tile indicators for, I actually use a plugin called Improved Tile Indicators. It's a bit better. But if you use the regular one, tile indicators, I would just say you could use highlight destination tile. And you definitely want to use highlight true tile. This is kind of like a later on thing. If you're a new player, you don't really need this. Once you get to later on PVM or PVE, it's extremely useful to know exactly where the game considers your account. Because when you're running, you can see that your actual account lags behind where the game thinks that you are. The tile is where the game recognizes that your character actually is. That's usually for like later PVE or PVM later on. Not super important for now. You can keep that one off if you want to. C Engineer Completed is a plugin that just essentially shouts out achievements when you get them. So if you get a level, it's going to say level up completed. If you get a new item, it's going to say collection log slot completed. This is an extremely useful plugin because it gives you a dopamine hit, and dopamine is very important in this game. And then the only other plugin that's absolutely necessary is called Door Kicker. You're going to have to get this one in the plugin hub. But essentially, when you open any door in the game, you're going to kick it open. You need this. That's all the plugins we'll go through. There's a ton of helpful ones. You can kind of search through the list if you want to, but we'll just leave it there. And we'll get to it. So let's go to the mainland. I really hope I made this account hardcore. I really do. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. You didn't see the door? Oh, sorry. Well, you'll see the door as we go. Sorry, I had the thing pulled up, didn't I? That's okay. This is Godbjorn. He's one of my homies. He's going to hook me up with a bond because he's a very nice dude. He's going to do that so I can do all of this stuff on a member's world. So thank you, homie, for that. Appreciate you, dude. Is this punishment because of the dog? No, it's not a punishment. This is just something I wanted to work on anyways for all the new players. Today will move fast paced. Future days won't move quite as fast. I have to hop worlds. And then I think, can I change my name now? I need a new name on this account. Let me do that first, because this is more important than actually going through the, going through anything right now. Let's see. Name changer. Need to be on a member's world. Okay, hang on. Let me double hop real quick. Getting sidetracked is the name of the game. Yeah, that's important, man. Am I going to be uploading these to YouTube? So all of my VODs get uploaded to YouTube while I stream. but I'm going to be creating a separate playlist for all of these that's only this account. So, because I'm going to be playing on this and my Farmer Hardcore group account every day. So I'll make sure that I cut those and, you know, make it to where it's only this in that VOD. So, yes. Okay. New name, name changer. What about, like, Faux Extreme? Already, who took my name, bro? Coach Faux? There we go, we'll just take that. That works, whatever. Alright. I don't wanna hinge on that for too long, you know what I mean? Coach Faux. Let's see. Couple small, very helpful things. Well, first off, I probably need to go through all settings. Let's go ahead and start here. All settings before we get going. I'm gonna hide roofs always, just because the roof in the distance, anytime you're running up on a building, it just kind of gets annoying. You have to get underneath it before the roof disappears. I just like to keep that off entirely. We'll start from the top. I'm just going to kind of scroll through a lot of these things. Personally, I don't like warnings. Warnings are very distracting. Music's fine. Chat options are fine. I don't care about that. Player trade doesn't matter because I'm an Ironman, by the way. We can go ahead and change these here. Player attack options. If you're a new player, you probably want to keep NPC attack options on, depends on combat level. If you're seasoned, you tend to go left click where available. F keys, you can set these up wherever you want. If you are, like, say, a WoW player and you're used to using the numbers, you know, 1 through 9. If you're using 9, you got a problem, by the way, unless it's on, like, your mouse. You could actually remap these with a plugin called, I think it's literally called Key Remapper. Key remapping, and you can actually change these F keys. We use F keys to change between our tabs in RuneScape, but you can change these to numbers or QWERTY or whatever else if you're more comfortable using that, because WoW players don't use the F keys as often. So that might help. I tend to just change 2. I like to have prayer and magic changed. And then I also would say scroll down and make sure you have escape to close interface on, because that's very helpful, just being able to close out of anything like that. Hide roof. I thought I had multiple music playing, so I just reset that, my bad. Profanity filter can be off, that's fine. Most of this I can ignore. Make X for darts and bolts, I'm going to take that off, but that's not very important. That's just a personal preference. I like this, let's see, auto ammo picking up behavior and rune picking behavior. If you pick up ammunition, it's just going to automatically equip it for you if it's already something you have equipped. So if you have rune arrows equipped and you pick up rune arrows off the ground, it automatically goes to this slot, so that's useful. Same thing with rune, that's just for your rune pouch. You don't need to really understand those, just turn it on. We'll scroll down here. I don't really care about any of these effects. Interfaces, show data orbs, that's going to be under minimap, so I like that personally. Collection log pop-up I think is a very fun one to have. Combat achievement pop-up is good as well. Disable level up interface. If you're a new player, you might want to have this on. If you're a hardcore Ironman, you probably want to turn it off because it can cause a delay in game when you get a level, and that can actually get you killed if it's in a, you know, if it's at a bad time. So hardcore player, you probably want to turn that off. Otherwise, it's nice dopamine to get your level up notification. Basically, what that's going to do is if you get level 2 attack, it's going to pop up with the thing right here saying, congrats on level 2 attack. It's kind of nice. Accept trade delay if you're a regular player, not an Ironman. Turn that off. It's just kind of annoying. Don't need to show the store button. We do want to show the wiki entity lookup, and we don't want to show activity advisor. If you're a new player, you can follow along with this. If you're following what I'm doing here, you don't need it. We can scroll down here. Prayer tooltips, all of that stuff's fine. And then warnings. If you are a new player, you probably want to keep all the warnings on, because this is like if you accidentally click on a teleport or something like that. It's just making sure that you don't go to some dangerous location without knowing what you're doing. So, I mean, they just annoy me, so I'm going to take them off, but yeah. Minimum value for an item drop warning. What this one is, and I'm just changing it, if you have something that's worth a lot of money and you drop it, it's going to stop you and say, are you sure? I just change it to 1 coin because I don't really need to deal with that, but keep that one on. Let's see, anything else we want? I never die, so we don't need to worry about the gravestone anything. All of this is fine. We don't need confirmations for these, so let's go ahead and turn these off. Again, not very important. If you are a new player, you probably want to keep warnings on. And that's pretty much that. So that's basically your settings, your starting Runelite plugins. We could, yeah, I never die, man. Yeah, me, no, never happens, bro. There's a reason I'm at the crab right now on my other hardcore account. So that's that. I guess we can get started. Oh, couple small things. In this game, you can use the arrow keys. That's probably what everyone remembers to turn your camera. You can, you know, you can change this to WASD with a Runelite setting if you want to, but easier, you can hold down left alt or any alt and then left click and drag, or right click and drag, or you can do what I do, which is hold down the middle mouse button and then drag your camera. Makes it a lot faster, a little bit easier to do. There is an option in here. If I search for run, control click to invert the run mode. I actually make this walk to run only. That's my personal preference because that's how it used to be in the game. So if I hold down control, it'll start running for me. You have run energy in this game, which you can either see right down here, or you can't see because it's under my minimap, but the little boot on your minimap here with the 100 next to it if you're not moving is run energy. So if you have that clicked and it highlights yellow, then that's going to mean that it's on. And you're going to move 2 tiles every game tick instead of walking, which is 1 tile every game tick. If you need to get away from something really quickly, hold down control and click with that setting and it's going to run you. Otherwise, turn that on and run away from things. Most NPCs in the game only walk, so they won't be able to catch you. A lot of hardcores die early on from that. We'll go over NPC safe spotting and pathing mechanics later. That's not super useful right now. If you're a new player, you can click on the minimap orb on your, or the world map on your minimap, which is under where my webcam is up here. And there's a search feature, so you can search for anything in game. Most people don't know that this search feature exists. If you're looking for Draynor Village, you can search it and then click enter, and it'll take you there on the minimap so you can figure out where you are. And then you can click this little arrow to take yourself back to where you're standing. So if you need to find the wilderness, it'll take you up there. That's just kind of helpful. There's a lot that you can search with that. Otherwise, there's a thing called a minigame teleports in this game, and this is just kind of something that's a little bit additional. You can click down to the chat channel down here, the bottom left one. Click over to grouping, and then you have this list of minigames. Now, not all of these have teleports, but we're going to be utilizing this very often during our run, and it's just an extra teleport for you anyways that can get you around the map, so it's kind of useful to use. You can use one of these per 20 minutes before it's off of a cooldown. So that's something that new players don't usually know, and it's kind of helpful because it can get you to an entirely different side of the map without actually having a teleport to get there. The home teleport you can cast every 30 minutes for now. That's going to bring us back to Lumbridge, but there's a timer on that as well. But it's free. And what else do we have past that? Are we pretty much good? Yeah, we can go over DPS calculator, elemental weakness, those kind of things later on. I'm going to try to keep this like not macro, not like super efficient overall, but we're going to be fast with leveling. It's just not going to be like absolutely efficient. The only other thing that I really use is called fixed layout, and that's how you see the game right now. You can also change this to resizable, and then you can click and drag your client, make this your entire screen if you want to. You can double click, you know, and like maximize it. I don't like to play the game that way. It's too large that way for me. This is how I grew up playing the game, you know, since 2002, so I like to have it in this setup. So this is just, you know, personal preference. Past that, I think we can get started and just you know, go through things. So let's do it. Let's actually build a hardcore account. I'll start by coming up here to the Mage Tutor. I'm going to claim some runes from the Mage Tutor. So I'm going to drop my... Oh, I need to turn on one more thing, which is shift click drop. See that I don't have that on. If you drop your air runes and your mind runes here, there's no way that this is giving me a valuable item warning. Oh, I did it the wrong way, didn't I? I put this as 1 GP. I should put it as 100k, so it doesn't ask me for anything. Beautiful. If you drop both of these air runes and mind runes, you can claim more runes from this tutor, and then you can pick them back up. If you already have them in your inventory, she's not going to give you any. So it just gives us some, like, you know, bonus things for now. From here, I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to sell some useless things. The bronze sword, the bronze dagger, the shield, the bow. We just don't need this stuff right now. If you really want to, you can keep it. I'm not going to use the body runes. I'm going to sell that as well. It's just going to give me a little bit of starter money. Grab a spade. I'll need that for the quest. And let's go ahead and start X marks the spot. So this will be our first quest. It'll be right in here. So to start, I'm actually going to be kind of multi-questing for a bit. So I'm not going to do one specific quest from start to finish. I'm going to claim several different quests as we go along, and work kind of on all of them at the same time. Really past basically day one, I'm not going to do that anymore, and we'll probably just focus one quest at a time. But a lot of these early quests, it's really easy to kind of link together and just do them at the same time, you know what I mean? From here, we're just going to do that first quest spot. Like I said, that quest helper plugin is going to highlight everything for us. And then I'm just going to come in here and pick up some useful things. Also, this sounds like really like, you know, intense for now because I'm talking about every single thing that I'm doing. I'm going to pick up everything in the kitchen here, by the way. But this will become much more casual after I get through like the first few steps, and I have a lot more time in between different pieces of content. I'll pick up a few things down here as well. Basically just anything that you see on the ground for now is probably a, you know, good idea. You really only need like the leather bucket, the leather boots, the bucket, and the cabbage. I'll just grab basically one of everything just to have a little bit extra. And then before we go anywhere, I'm just going to go up to the top floor because there's a bank up here. And I'm just going to deposit absolutely everything to clear my inventory. From here, I'll take out, let's see, let's take out the coins. Let's take out the bread, the shrimp, just because we want to have our food on us, a bucket that we're going to need for some quests, our air runes, our mind runes, and I think that's actually good. Actually, you know what? Let's bring water runes, and let's bring the spade out. We need that for a quest. And we'll go back downstairs. So just one floor this time, so I'll right-click the stairs and climb down. The pot, I don't actually need the pot right now. And then I'm going to talk to Duke Horatio, which is, we're going to start another quest here. I actually have to watch this because I already have one thing on Quest Helper, so I can't have two at once. So we'll just start Rune Mysteries and continue on. And then go back downstairs. Was this account made for informational purposes? Yes. I've done this once or twice before. I don't necessarily need another hardcore account. It's just a couple hours a day. I want to be working on this account to kind of teach the new players the game a little bit. Lost my hardcore stats today. Didn't know Volcanic Mind can hit 88. Oh yeah, it can one-shot you, man. It can one-shot you quite easily. F in the chat, by the way, for the homie. Let's go ahead and... do we want to start... Yeah, let's go ahead and start Restless Ghost real quick before we move on. Interesting point. I'm at 13% run energy because we've been running everywhere so far. On a new hardcore, you probably don't want to run out of run energy in case you get into a bad moment. So I'm actually going to walk for a little bit, make sure that restores a bit. You never want to be 0% run on a hardcore. It's just if you get into a bad situation, you want to be able to run away from whatever NPC is attacking you. So we're going to be careful with that. Let's go ahead and start talking to Father Arek. We're just going to spacebar through the quest essentially and start that quest. And then we're going to continue this one. Show back aware. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. What does door kicker do? When you open a door, instead of opening it, it kicks it open. It's very, very useful for reasons. Can you turn on the run setting so it auto turns off at a certain energy? I'm not going to mess with that, but yes, I don't really care for that setting. It's a newer one, and I've never really used it since I've started playing the game, so I'm going to continue to not use it, But yeah, that is a setting. You can have it, turn off your run at a certain threshold. You can have it turn on your run at a certain threshold. Whatever you want there. Chill, rats. Wow, run energy actually restores so much faster than it used to. It's genuinely impressive. New account defaulted to 20. Let's search run energy. Energy threshold to re-enable running. I'm just going to put that on 100. I don't want it to re-enable my running at all. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Father Ernie. This is just going to continue the Restless Ghost. Father Eric sent me. He's got a ghost haunting him. 100 turns it on, 0 to turn it off. Okay, one sec. And then before I leave here, I need to grab these leather gloves. That's for a quest later on. From here, we'll go to the Wizard Tower. And I can go ahead and put these on, put that on, and that's pretty much it. Music's not loud enough, that's important. Energy threshold to re-enable running. This tells me that if I go to 100%, it's going to re-enable running. If I have it at 0, is this not going to... Oh, do not enable. I see. Great. Is this for the plant for Romeo and Juliet? No, this is actually going to be for Witch's House later on. We're going to need that for Witch's House to get the magnet. So like I said, like today we'll have some multi-questing going on. As we go past this, it's not going to be as multi-quest related. Fun fact, a lot of things in this game just don't attack you. There's a lot of NPCs in this game that are not aggressive. So the wizards here, if you engage with them at 10 HP, you might die. They could 3-hit you with, I think, a max hit of 4 maybe. If you leave them alone, they leave you alone. So we don't really need to worry about them too much, right? Yeah, I think there's been a couple lately of WoW streamers that have died to that. So we're gonna be a bit careful. We're gonna go downstairs through the ladder. Let's go ahead and continue the Rune Mysteries quest. That's the one that we got the Air Talisman from after we talked to the Duke in Lumbridge Castle. Besides Barrows Gloves, what else are you going to achieve on this account? Probably nothing. I'll probably only push this to Barrows Gloves and kind of like let people free there, you know, let loose to do whatever you want. Fire Cape? Probably nothing. Probably just Barrows Gloves and then kind of stop it there, man. Because, from there, you can actually watch any individual guide and figure out whatever you want to do. You know, Fire Cape or whatever else. There's a ton of those. So this will likely just be to Barrows Gloves. How much time do you think this will take you? Typically, on a new account to Barrows Gloves, I'll finish it in 5 days. I won't quite be playing as often on this account. I'll probably... actually, you're right. I need to grab the skull. I'll probably only be doing this... Actually, no, I can't grab the skull yet. Can I? Can you grab it on this step? I don't believe you can. I'll go check. But... I think you need to come back to this later on. Because I haven't talked to the ghost yet. I definitely can't grab the skull right now. I'm being one guide right now. Anyways. Yeah, so 4.5 days is typically my bee gloves. I'll only be playing this for 1 or 2 hours a day for a while after today. So it'll take some time. I have a YouTube comment. Brother, I'll be real with you. This is so janitorial. I know you're a dad, but F me, get a life. My guy, this is my life, my man. Yeah, old school RuneScape is my life. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, so watch out for the jail guards here. Because... they can kind of smack you, and they will kill you if they are in combat with you for too long. They can also 3-hit you, so we'll avoid those. Just be a little bit mindful there. From here, let's just go ahead and continue. X marks the spot. Which we don't actually need to do these yet, but you know, we're going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to come down here as well. I'm going to talk to the friendly forester. I'm actually going to trade him, grab a forestry kit, just one. We'll put that in the bank for later on. Don't really need it right now, but when we get to woodcutting later, it's kind of nice to have. And then let's just go ahead and continue. X marks the spot real quick while we're here. Now, I'm not going to be explaining quests too much as I go on, unless it's like one specific quest that I'm working on. For now, a lot of these just link up, so we'll just kind of, you know, continue the step. Let's go start Vampyre Slayer, though, before we leave here. So we're going to come to this house. We'll talk to Morgan. Spacebar through this one. Yes, start Vampyre Slayer. We'll multi-quest this one here. Let's go upstairs. We need to grab a garlic for Vamp Slayer. Am I using Bodhi's guide? No. I'm going to be using just some notes that I made for my last hardcore, and then I'll just be, you know, improvising from there. Also, we want to grab the cheese before we leave here, because that's also going to be for Witch's House. Are you multi-questing? I'll multi-quest probably just today, and then past that we don't really need to. It's just so many of the early quests, it just makes sense to. It's kind of a waste if you don't do it on the early quests. So yeah. Okay, we've got all of this done. Let's go ahead and bank up real quick. We want to buy 10 wines. Could probably deposit a lot of this stuff. I could deposit the garlic at least. I can probably deposit the cheese as well. I'm not quite going to go do Witch's House yet. But let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Deposit this, deposit this. We'll keep everything else on us for now. We're going to talk to Fortunato and buy some wines real quick. It's just a 1 GP jug of wine. So I'm going to hop worlds after that. I need to turn off the world hop confirmation, don't I? This is just a really nice, like, early food to get, by the way. Hop. World switch confirmation. Let's turn that off. This is a food that costs 1 GP and heals 11, so it can heal my entire HP. So if you get into any, like, oh shit moment, you know, we can hit that right away and kind of save ourselves. That's plenty right there. I really only need about 10 anyways, but, you know, we'll grab some extra. We're going to keep, like, 4 on us. Just in case, again, we get to, you know, maybe 6 on us. We'll have some hobgoblins to go by later on. And then we'll move on. Are you hopping worlds? Well, there's only 5 in stock per world, so, you know, sometimes you just need to hop worlds to grab the stock. It's time to learn tick eating the stronghold shades. Do we have a pulse check on Savix? Savix is going to be back today, man. He'll be back today. Before we move on, we're going to come up here to the west. We're going to grab some milk from the dairy cow over here. That'll be for Cook's assistant later on. And then I actually want to burn my run energy from here. Do you control click everyone or just fresh hardcores? Well, you can just click on run and permanently turn it on. So if I have that on, I don't need a control click. You only need a control click when you're walking, and then you want to run quickly without clicking that first. Absolute tune, by the way. Let's go ahead and talk to Veos and turn in the first quest that we started. I'm actually going to use that on fletching on my new account builds, because I'm going to need to push to level 10 fletching later on. So I'm probably one of the only people in the game that uses this on fletching. But this and one more quest is going to give me 10 instantly without having to deviate to do fletching, so it's just kind of helpful. It's worth it. Let's go ahead and start Pirate's Treasure as well while we're here. Redbeard Frank. We'll probably entirely do this. So for Barrows Gloves, we need 175 quest points. So some of these like early game quests we're just going to work in because we need the quest points, not necessarily that we need the rewards for the quests. Questing is basically the best way to level an account in this game, because you can spend 10 hours getting some levels for a certain quest, or you can just go do the quest and get the same amount of experience. It's not necessarily 10 hours. This is kind of rude that this guy's here, but I just need to get one Eye of Newt. We'll leave him alone. Goodbye. Be careful for that guy. But yeah, questing just gives a massive amount of experience, and it's much more efficient overall to do the quest for the experience than to go level that, you know, because early on you just don't have very strong leveling methods. Let's buy a fishing rod, a lobster pod, a fly fishing rod, a harpoon, and probably all of the sardines that are here. And then we'll go and deposit stuff real quick. And we're just going to do that because we're going to need these sardines later on for another quest. Because we're going to get a pet cat. Then we can come up here to the deposit box and bank this. So let's deposit all of the sardines. Let's deposit all of the fishing equipment, the scroll. We'll keep everything else. Actually, I probably don't need the spade, but we'll keep it on us for now, just in case. We got the Eye of Newt. Let's go to see Manloris. We're going to continue Pirate's Treasure quest. Generally, people will use XP lamps on Herblore. You can't use it on Herblore until you unlock the quest for Herblore, and we haven't gotten there yet. But, yeah, almost always my quest XP goes to Herblore nowadays. I do agility a little bit more often, honestly, now than I used to. If you can't figure out what to use it on Herblore and an Ironman. Is he kicked from the farmers? Yeah, I got kicked out of the farmers, bro. No, dude. Alright, let's buy some Karamja rum. This is a weird forfeit. This is not a forfeit. This is just something that I want to work on the side. I'm still training the farmer's account. I'm only going to be working on this for like 1 or 2 hours each day. We'll kind of do this in pieces. Go and fill a crate. Put the rum in there. And then get paid for our work. The forfeit been decided. I need to solo a Zammy Hilt. And if I get it too fast, I also have to solo a Sarah Hilt. I didn't even get my payment. Oh, I scammed myself, dude. Oh, no, maybe I did. I'm up to 90. We're good. Search away. Let's go back to Port Sarim. I need to make sure I buy 1 bucket of sand and 1 soda ash from the charter before we move on. Would probably be helpful to some new players if you had a visible minimap. That might be the case, man, but I'm just not going to do that. There's a lot of things that could be helpful. It could be helpful for me to shut up and not say anything the whole time, too. You know, it's just, this is how I want to do it, man. I stream with a webcam. I'm not going to do the entire series not stream with a webcam just so you can have that. Yeah, I mean, it's just trying to help my man. This is how I'm going to do it. Let's buy 1 of each of those. Yeah, if I'm not covering that, you know, I got to plaster my face somewhere else. You're stuck with me one way or another, man. Alright, let's go do all of the steps of Witch's House. Speaking of Witch's House, let's go ahead and get a rat meat while we're here. So we can safe spot this guy over these rocks. And we'll use mage spells for it. That's going to be our strongest way to kill anything right now. I technically need to kill 2 of these. Well, I could just get meat later on. But I think I'll go ahead and get the second one now. Because I'll just want that for Witch's House later. I'm sorry, Druidic Ritual later. Yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right. Witch's Potion is the one we're going to do, not Witch's House right now.
Level up. Completed.
Start an Ironman. Should I rush Bofa or Moons then Raids? Moons into Royal Titans. Royal Titans into everything else until you get to Bofa. If you want to go for Bofa. Bofa's very strong. Might as well take the bones. We'll need those later on. There's no reason not to. I'm gonna go up and grab 2 things real quick. One of them is going to be a Snapegrass by the Hobgoblins. This is going to be the first place that you can actually die, so you just need to be a bit careful. So we'll leave a little bit of Ren energy. We'll grab an onion for Witch's Potion. What I'm going to do here is basically burn all of my Ren energy, because pretty soon I'm going to tell you the Clan Wars, and I'm going to teach you about the Ferox Pool and Portal to reset your stats and everything else. So we want to basically finish this quest with no Ren energy. I'm going to come up here through the Hobgoblins. We'll be ready to eat if we want, if we need to. Anytime I get down to about 5 HP, I'm going to eat. But I just need to grab a Snapegrass, avoid the Hobgoblins so they don't smack me, and we're good. That's what we saved our Ren energy for. You can't see Ren energy? Yes, that's okay. Guys, I understand that I have overlays. That's how I stream. That's why I'm explaining things. So if I tell you to use your Ren energy, you don't necessarily need to see that I'm 0 Ren energy. Just use your Ren energy. This is just meant to be helpful. It's not meant to be all inclusive or explain every little aspect of everything. Please note Aboba. Your energy is 100% the whole time on the overlay. That's special attack energy. Alright, let's go ahead and start this. We need to kill one little rat here. And then we need to burn a rat meat, so we'll come here. If you cook it successfully, which I probably won't, just just use the cooked one on the range again and it'll burn it. Can you ask general questions about the game while you're streaming the series? Yeah, of course, man. Yeah. Like I said, this is going to be pretty casual. There will be a lot of just like random conversation, normal stream type, behavior as we're going through. Okay, that's all done. Drink from the cauldron. Did that just double up my quest completed sound? Oh no, I think it gave me level up completed at the same time. Level 5 mage. I did forget to do one thing while I was in Port Sarim. We need to go and finish up the next step of Pirate's Treasure, so we'll do that real quick. Let's run back. Usually I would just minigame Tilly there, but we'll come back here real quick and finish this up. Guesses on the days or hours to the Barrows gloves? Typically about 96 hours or so, maybe a bit more. Usually, if I do a Barrows glove grind, like start to finish, I do it in 4.5 days. Not game time, but like actual, like if I start on Monday, I'm going to finish it on Friday. It'll be longer on this because, I'm going to be doing it in pieces, a little bit each day. But it goes pretty fast, man. Let's go and ask for a job. Get our rum. Bring that to Redbeard Frank. And again, use our run energy. What's the purpose of this new account? There's a lot of new players coming to the game, and I've always wanted to have some sort of like absolute start to finish Barrows Gloves playlist on my YouTube. And since I have YouTube VODs now and I'm actually multi-streaming to YouTube, this is just kind of a good time to do it. We want farmers? Yeah, I'll be on the farmers account later today, man. If you want to watch farmers right now, Curtis is live right now. Why is Barrows Gloves the end goal? Because I think it's the most appropriate way to level up an account. Okay, so that's done for now. We can go ahead and minigame tell you to Clan Wars. So again, down here to the grouping tab, click on grouping and then go to Clan Wars on this dropdown and then click teleport.
Goose.
Cyrex, thank you, dude, for the 34 months. Appreciate you, bro. Through the portal. So what I'm going to use to the west here is the free-for-all portal. If you come through here and then leave it, it restores your run energy to 100%, restores all your stats to full. It's quite nice. You can also come through here and drink the pool of refreshment. It does the same thing. I find this one to be a little bit faster, so I do it that way. So from here, since I can't use that minigame telly for quite some time, I'm actually going to go back and get to Varrock. I'm in the middle of the wilderness here, but as long as you don't leave these little, barriers, you won't actually be in the wilderness. This is a safe zone. But I'm going to go through the stairs in the pub here and then to the south to this portal. And then through this portal, we'll go to Edgeville, and then we can walk to Varrock. Will this still be good for normal Ironman? Yeah, this is going to be just as appropriate for normal Ironman as it is. I actually have to turn off the Twitch chat for now because it is causing my client to lag a bit. This is going to be just as useful for normal Ironman as it is for hardcore. You can also do it on a regular account if you want to. Why am I not playing on the big on the group big vote? I'll be on the group later, man. I'm AFK training on it right now. Just periodically over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be working on this account. Just as a little helpful thing for new players. Alright, let's go ahead and start Gertrude's cat. Grab the Dougal leaves. We can grab the Dougal leaves first before we start. How do you like the update? What update, dude? So we'll come back behind this house, grab some Dougal leaves, and then let's go talk to Gertrude and start this quest. Will you be streaming to the normal time tonight, despite doing the series? Yeah, I'm going to work on this account today a little bit longer than I will be for the next few days, so I'll do like 3 or 4 hours of this today. And then we'll be playing the farmer's account for the rest of the day. But yeah, I'll probably stream until my normal time today. Alright, we've got that. Let's go ahead and can actually deposit quite a bit here. I think I'm basically going to deposit everything, because we can get things out later. We're not starting, or going through these quests too much right now. Do I even need coins on me right now? I don't think I need coins. I don't think I need food. I think we'll be fine. We're going to get some money making going. Do you use Bodhi's guide or the normal guide? I use neither. I do my own thing, man. So from here, we're going to start Children of the Sun, which is a member's quest. So let's go ahead and start Quest Helper on that. Right-click it and click Start Quest Helper. And then we'll just go through this. This is going to unlock a new zone called Varlamore. Completely new city, area of the map, whatever else. We need to get some things from there. Assume this is going to be on YouTube? It will be, yeah. No spacebar questing for new players if you want to have a good time at least. Hey, if you're a new player and you want to read every single bit of quest text, send it. For this, I'm not going to be doing so, but you are absolutely welcome to slow it down if you want to. Alright, so we're just going to follow the points that it tells us to stand in. Kind of just avoiding this guard. He'll look behind him from time to time. Are we going straight into the forfeit today when we get on the farmers? Yeah, in a few hours, we're going to go straight to Zammy. I'm already on a Zammy task. We're basically only working on the forfeit on that account until we do group content each day. I know this is a guide for noobs, but I have a quest cape, and today I learned that you can right-click and start a quest in the quest list for Quest Helper. You sure can, man. This guide is for all the new players and for you. Is the next step Gemstone Crab for a week? Yeah, anytime I'm, like, not actively playing this account, I'll probably just sit it at Gemstone Crabs, because why not, man? If you have AFK time, Gemstone Crab is a great thing to do, so, you know, I'm going to be leveraging that as well while I'm working on the farmers' accounts. So hopefully today we can actually get this to a good stage where we, you know, can actually AFK Gemstone Crab. We're going to be front-loading a lot of combat quests, so I think we can get that done potentially today. I also think I'm going to deviate and go for a Rune Scimitar just because it's kind of like that new player experience that I like people to have, you know what I mean? Going for a Rune Sim is not efficient, but it's fun. It's fun for a new player, especially. So, I'm not going to keep this to like the most efficient thing ever. We're going to have a good mix of like keeping it enjoyable as well. And I'll probably do it with Fire Giants instead of with the Zammy Warriors because of elemental weakness. It actually makes more sense to do it that way now. It's about the same amount of time, but you get way more mage and HP XP from Fire Giants. So it's actually worth it nowadays to skip Zammy Warriors. Zammy Warriors is old tech. New player, wow, already got Barrows gloves though, a little late there. Sorry, Steve-O. I apologize that I was too slow for this for you, man. But I'm glad you already got your Barrows gloves, man. I know you've been watching my stream for about 1.5 years, so I know you're not a new player. But, you know, as long as you want to Aboba, you can Aboba, I guess, man. I'm gonna yap.
Thanks for the pines on that.
Alright, let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna see if I could do something real quick. Yeah, no, not too easily. Okay. How far was your previous hardcore before you died? My first hardcore made it to 2106 skill total. Rank 1 at like 5 or 6 different bosses when I died. Second hardcore made it to, I don't even know, 2100 something, and then I lost that one for charity as a forfeit. And then my third hardcore is actually still alive. His name is Goose Farmer. Infernal Cape, some TOB, you know, stuff like that on the account. He's sitting quite nice right now. Still playing the group also? Yeah, I'm crabbing on the group right now.
Quest.
All right, so that's going to finish up this quest. Now we can go to Varlamore. We have to deviate at this point and make some money. So that's what we're going to do. Steel plate body in the wilderness tech. We're going to be going Varla tech, man. If you still have a hardcore alive, why did you choose to start a new one? Just curious, because I can't take people through Barrows gloves on my hardcore that's been alive for like 5 years. I'm going to be a wine connoisseur. I'm going to be a wine connoisseur for a little bit, so we'll have some chance to talk. Are you grabbing a few bars for the Knight's Sword and Death Plateau? Yep. That's after I pick up wines. Gold, thank you dude for the 19-month resub. Welcome back, man. Maybe provide an alternate to wines since they can be crowded. So I'm gonna build this guide the way that I want to, but yeah, I've got ideas when it comes to that, man. So I have some potential fixes for that. However, I strongly encourage you to also make a guide if you would like to. I have some ideas, man. Just hang on. Shh. Just wait, bro. Just wait. I've got an idea. There's so much Aboba today, man. It's actually more than I ever expected. I would say either, if you're on a new account, either pick up the wines here or go to CG.
Thanks for the Pine Zone, Dada.
Oxidizer, thanks for the Prime sub, man. Now, he is right in the sense that this place is absolutely loaded right now. Like there's so many people doing Varla wines right now. We're gonna try something though. So we're gonna come to the Hunters Guild, which is to the southwest of the city that we were just in. So it's right here. That was the city we were in. We're gonna go upstairs in this southern house. And we're gonna go upstairs again. And we're looking for Eclipse Reds with no player standing here. There's someone here! And we're gonna go to World Switcher. Let's go to like 446. So these respawn every 45 seconds. So it's gonna take us a bit to find one. But once we find one, I'm just gonna wait a bit. We're basically gonna try to hop up the world list for about 5 worlds. And then back to the first one. What that does is... it makes it to where when we go back to the first world, they're just about to respawn. You can see there's just someone that logged in looking for it. So this is going to take a while to get a world set that's going to work for it. But we'll just try. I think World Hopper has quick hop settings by default on Runelite. So Control Shift and the left arrow on your keyboard should hop you up the world list. 90-second spawn, Sura. 45-second spawn, man. As I said. I actually remapped that to something else. But, it's quite helpful to use that quick hop setting. So I'm thinking if I do this a few times, and then go back to the initial world. About 5 worlds I think is good. Eventually we'll hopefully lock down a 5 world string to do this on. So we'll have to wait a little bit here. Have you thought about doing a hardcore Ironman on RS3 to try EOC? EOC is kind of like irrelevant now, but I am going to play a hardcore on... Or I'm going to play the League on RS3 when it comes out. You can also : hop world. Yeah, it's much quicker to click the 3 keys or change the quick hop rather than typing that in each time, though. You know what I mean? Okay, so we have most of these now. Go back to our initial. This league, like league. It's more like PoE leagues. Up and down arrow keys, yeah, that works too. I tend to put my world hop on Q on my keyboard, so I could just kind of like leave my hand where it is. So basically the tech with this, since I'm only using a set of 5 worlds in a row and then returning to the first one, is the hope is that it's down until I get back to that world, and then it spawns basically as I log in, so no one else is sitting there to yoink it. So I'm going to hop 5 worlds, I'm going to go back to my first one. And if anyone's like constantly hopping through the worlds, it's not spawned when they hop to it, essentially until I get there. We just have to wait for the first one to respawn. If I go 6 worlds, I think it'll be up just too long and people will be able to hop in on it. But basically, when I get back to it... Oh, someone did yoink in there. Good yoink, bro. I might actually have to hide my worlds, honestly. There'll be a few people here. Yeah, so how much are these worth each? These are worth 700 GP each at a flat rate. It's actually quite nice. See, we lost our music. Does it not auto loop right now? Is it not worth getting multiple inventories of this? It is worth getting multiple inventories of this. We're not just getting one inventory and hopping. So we got to get the first inventory first, and then I'll show you what to do. Just at a string of hopping on the hardcore, 5 string is the best option in my opinion. Yeah, I think you're right. I love that everyone's multi-streaming now. I don't like Twitch as a company. Fair play, man. What do you not like about Twitch as a company? No, I didn't take that one, man. I left it there. I'm going back to that last one. I'm saving it. Oh, someone yoinked it. How much GP are you going for? For now, I don't really know, man. We'll get some inventories and then we'll figure it out. Please read that guy's answer. He hasn't answered yet. So I have a setting up Runelite video or guide, like from installation, getting it to the necessities and places. I don't know. You did grab it. You had 18 and then you had 19 when you logged in. Oh, nice. You don't like Twitch because of the Hassan stuff and you'll leave it there? I don't watch Hassan, so I'm not really sure what that is, but okay, fair play, man. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you sharing. Might have to go toss some music on the YouTubes, man, myself. Because we lost it.
Good morning. Planning on driving to NT tonight to slap Jordan for you.
Why? Thank you, Tony. What's up, dude? Notice Runelite hates world hopping. The music, yeah, it's not a big fan of that, of course. I think I've lost the monopoly on my worlds here, chat. Maybe you could auction this hardcore off for charity once it's all finished. That's going to be a great $20 donation to charity, bro. May I ask why you're doing this now? Is there downtime for the farmers? Is this something you've been thinking about for a while? So I'm not like contract locked to only ever play farmers content. When you think about it, like Mammal plays like 2 to 3 hours of a different game every single day on his stream. Like we can do our own thing still. It's just the bulk of our focus is the group Ironman series. So if you come to the bank here, you can't use the bank with the banker guys. Wait, I might actually get music back, will I? Jagex? But you can use the bank booth. Don't know why. Like this place is the Hunter Guild. You need a certain Hunter level, 43, 46, something like that, to be able to use the bank. But you can use the bank chest. Good game, Jagex. Good game. So we're going to abuse that. We're going to abuse that. It's not cheating. It's not cheating. No one tell Jagex about that, please. Yeah. Run to Civitas Illifortis. WTF? Yeah, it's quite wonky, isn't it, man? What plugin do you use for Idle Notifier? Idle Notifier. The plugin list has a search option that you should consider. Can I just turn on a random song and have it stay on? Or is it going to reset every time I log in? There's spaghetti code and then there's this. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Was looking for not already installed plugins. Yeah, it's a default one. What does a King tier subscription include when you're on YouTube? I think you pay like, I forget what I set it to. It might be $499 and you get absolutely nothing for it. There's a good chance that I don't even realize that it came in, honestly, because I miss those quite often. That's it. To this day, no one's done that, and for their own sake, hopefully it stays that way. Swollen, thank you, dude. Appreciate the 16 months, man. Well, I'm sold. I genuinely, man, I don't even think I have a, like, notification for it. Like, I don't even know that you're gonna know, or that I'm gonna know that it happened. Please do not do that. You'll be reporting everyone at the wines? Yeah, make sure you spell my name right, man. It's Malfoy. Malfoy. You've been watching me since 2014? Damn, dude. A long time, brother. Here's a tier similar called the Idiot tier. No, I haven't seen that, man. Why are a lot of RuneScape streamers multi-streaming on YouTube all of a sudden? Did I miss something? I don't actually know who else is doing it, man. But, I mean, maybe people are just trying to expand out a bit, man.
Thanks for the pine zone, Dada.
Nublin, thank you, dude, for the 23-month prime. Good morning, man. How we doing, brother? Am I done on the group? Just as much as I'm done showering, my man. Since I'm not doing it actively on stream right now, that doesn't mean I'm never doing it again. I'm just not actively doing it on stream right now. You gotta wait until the next time I actively shower on stream. Folk ready?
Thanks for the pine zone, Dada.
Same questions every 5 minutes. How do you do it? It's just being a streamer, bro. It's just being a streamer. What does this say you're picking up? It's a wine called Eclipse Red. I'm gonna be able to leverage this and sell it for money, a lot of money. So this is the best early game money making. So we're just going to start with this, and it'll get us a good, you know, boost on our account. It'll get us a good start on the account. So I'll probably pick up, like, I don't know, maybe 5 inventories of this for now, and then pick up some more later when I need some more money. This is going to allow me to, you know, buy all of my runes that I need for my early magic training, anything like that. Where do you sell it? Well, just keep watching, man. You know, this will take me about, like, if you're watching, like, actively on, you know, this on the VOD sometime in the future, just skip past all this until I move on, because I'll be here for a little bit. That's kind of like the way that this is ideal. Since this is going to be in VOD form fully, you can just skip around on it wherever you need to, so you can speed up a ton, you know, rather than having to watch it all live. Kind of the appeal to it, right? But anyways, yeah, we'll sell it in Alderan in a bit, which is going to be past the port to the southwest from here. People are referring to his near death as pulling a foe in Guzu's stream. Damn it. Damn it. Good advertisement, bro. That's good advertisement. We lost our music. I'll have some time on the login this time. Nope, never mind. How much of a cash stack should the wines get you? 700 GP each, man. However long that takes. I think someone just yoinked in on 443, didn't they? Damn it. They yoinked me, man. They yoinked me. Have you seen much of a viewer boost since the Great Migration? Yeah, I'd say so. What's the cost of death in the farmers? I have to solo a Zammy hilt now as my penance. Is the white apron the new pink skirt? Nope, just haven't made it to the pink skirt yet, man. We'll get there. Is the hilt used somewhere just punishment? Yeah, it's used, man. It's this guy that's stealing my wines. That place is competitive now? Yeah, it's been quite competitive since you know, all the WoW players have come over. Obviously, there's a lot of people trying to do this right now. And this guy's actually trying to yoink my world set here. So we're gonna start taking them from him. I've got PID. Will you reset this run if you die? I won't die, my man. It's fine. See, Guzu got saved by Ring of Life? I did see that. Yeah, man. Crazy. Is PID still a thing? PID's still a thing, yeah. Player ID, yeah. Should be like 2 seconds until this spawns. Is this better than Steel Bodies at the start or just safer? This is faster money than Steel Bodies because you don't have to spend all the time running back to the bank. And that's in the middle of nowhere, you know what I mean? Plus, you can't really do that on a hardcore too successfully. Hey, Chad, I gotta go. My girlfriend keeps begging me to come to bed. Alright, good night, man.
Level up completed.
Oh shit. I got 91 attack on the farmer. We're gaining. We're gaining, boys. You know, the main downside to this whole Eclipse Red method is it's so boring. Isn't it? No, someone oh no, they didn't yoink. I thought they yoinked. Okay, we're good. Gemstone crabbing? I'm crabbing, bro. Boring and not leveling skills are progressing, but it's great money. Yeah, it's just the money that you make from it offsets the whole not leveling skills part, you know what I mean? It's more valuable right now. Because I can level skills so much better with this. Alright, that's 3 inventories. Let's get 2 more. Do I remember True Fox? I do remember True Fox, yeah. I remember something very specific about True Fox that always hops in my brain every time I think about him. Which is True Fox got wiped on Deadman mode right before the finale of a tournament. Because he was AFK in the Varrock East Bank. And he got maged by someone that was outside of the East Bank for all of his max gear. So he then went to Abbey Demons and started kicking Abbey Demons next to maybe Bodhi on stream. And then eventually picked up like a black sword or something that Bodhi left on the ground from an Abbey Demon. Started poking the Abbey Demons and got a whip drop right at the very end. All you need in the hunter level to bank here? Yeah, there's tech that you can actually bank with the bank chest instead of using the banker. And it gets around that requirement. Don't tell Jagex. Go away, Iron McKnife. I think McKnife just stole that from me, bro. Spoiled it. What's it like letting your team down? How much does each bottle sell for? 700 GP, man. Thinking face? No, we all know the true reason that that you can use the bank booth is because a JMod needs the money making method on his hardcore account. If Jagex patches the bank, would this still be worth it? I mean, it would certainly be a lot less worth it than it was before. There's not much money making early on that's going to beat it, though. Would you rather do the Final Dawn for the new sword or stick with going DSIM route? Final Dawn has a much higher KO potential, and it requires 48 Slayer, I think, because I think you have to have the Perilous Moons quest done to do it. DSIM is still a more favorable route. Ruby rings and Varrock still BIS? No, I haven't tried that one. Is it a lot of steps to unlock that? Because I feel like it is. I remember you hyping up a strategy very early in that Deadman, saying he had the right mindset to win it all. Love that guy. We became friends for a little while not too long ago. I don't remember that at all, but I will believe you. I think someone that's hopping jumped in on my world set here. I'm gonna front run him a bit. Yeah, this guy white armored. I'm cosplaying as the wine. That's kind of funny. I kind of do look like it, man. Holy Sigma 32. Hot bros here first. So much competition at the moment, man. Yoink. Stole it from him. T-Back, thanks dude for the prime sub, brother. Oh, I just missed it. Why is the level 73 doing it? I can't answer that for you, bro. Can't answer that. What's the forfeit? I got to solo a Zammy hilt. Started hardcore last night. What's going on? What's going on, man? How you doing? TLDR? Just building a hardcore the way that I would build a hardcore, man. For, you know, kind of the purpose of helping the homies out, the new guys. Go away, Holy Sigma. I still see you here, man. Go kill a Bloodveld or something, man. Level 73. Why are you picking up wines? What's my current KC in the forfeit? Like 40-ish? We'll be going back to Zammy in a couple hours, man. We're just going to start this account out. See if we can maybe get to somewhat of an AFK-able stage. Is my route going to have Barrows gloves as a mid-game item? Barrows gloves is a early game item to me, man. On a new account, it takes me 4.5 days to get Barrows gloves. That's not a mid-game item at 4.5 days. Do I have a living hardcore currently? I do. His name is Goose Farmer. Brotherfo, I'm bored and scrolling RuneScape streamers, and I'm losing it seeing all the WoW noobs dragging their feet on doing interesting and hard content. What is it that you want them to be doing right now, man? Like, do you want them to be doing Chambers of Xeric on their brand new accounts that they've been playing for 2 weeks? What is it that you're actually looking for? Because I feel like you're being unrealistic with your expectations of them, bro. That's quite... boba. What would I consider mid-game? Once I get to CG, the mid-game kind of stage begins, I guess. How many wines are you taking? I think I've... Why is that guy's name Shedcuck? I think I've picked up 4 inventories so far, so I'm going to do this one and then I'll move on. Brotherfo, do you think Inferno is actually hard? Or are we spoiled baby gamers? Yeah, Inferno's difficult, man. I mean, once you've done it a few times, it gets much less difficult for you, but like for most players in the game, it's pretty difficult, dude. Couldn't the WoW guys handle it? They've been playing the game for less than a month, my man. You've been playing the game for 15 years and you still don't have an Inferno cape. Like, why are we abobing? The content's fun. It's weird to not send it, in my opinion, but I get how I'm coming off, so I'll stop. You're coming off ridiculous, man. It's like you just stepped in the gym for the first time, and the guy next to you is complaining, asking why you're not benching 400 pounds. You don't understand how you're coming off. I will just go ahead and tell you, you're coming off ridiculous. Exactly. You want them to send Inferno with a bone crossbow in 60 fucking range, man. Like, what are you thinking, dude? Be real. Yeah, but in a gym, you'd hurt yourself if you did that? Okay, okay, sorted. It's a game. How bad could it be to try it? Okay. Assorted, may I ask you a question? What's your in-game name? And I ask you, I'm going to just be straight up. I would like to look up your stats and see if you have tried Inferno so far. Oxidizing. Oxidizing. 2083 skill total, 1 Infernal Cape. So how have you made it that far in the game where you're 99 all combat stats except for prayer with 1 Infernal Cape, and you expect these guys that are 70 combat to try Inferno? If you've experienced that content, how is that your mindset? Could you explain that to me? Like, you understand what it takes. You've done it. Be realistic, bro. Like, be real, man. Looking at your stats, looking at your boss kills, you clearly know the game. You understand what it takes. Be real, man. I'm not saying that they should be stomping it, just clearly it's good content. But they haven't made it there. Who specifically are you talking about? They're spending so long clicking a rock? Who are you talking about specifically? You're talking about Guzu. Guzu doesn't have a fucking fire cape, my man. How do you expect him to do Inferno right now? Brother, go play WoW. Why aren't you doing Mythic raids already? You just started WoW. Why aren't you doing Mythics? Chad, I apologize for him. No, finish XR. This is my world, bro. Sit. Alright, 2 more and then we're gonna move on, chat. We'll get some starter cash from now and we'll move on. That's the most Aboba I've seen someone so far, honestly. Like, genuinely. That's the most Aboba I've seen someone in forever. What's the plan for the GP you make? I'll buy some, you know, food. I'll buy some runes. Things like that. So what we're going to do, going from here, is we're going to take out everything that we picked up. We're going to grab some cash out, because I need some coins to take the ship. Then, we're going to run down there to the dock. That's to the southwest. We finally move on. So that was just 5 inventories. If the worlds are not full, you can definitely pick up more. I'm just going to stop there, because the world's pretty packed right now. It's just taking a little bit of time. All right. We're gonna come up here while we're running through, because there's a couple quests I need some iron bars for. I think I only need 3, if I remember right. It's gonna be 2 for the Knight Sword quest, and I think it's 1 for Death Plateau. Technically, I guess I could get 4, but I'll be able to make it by then anyways. Yeah, I'll take the hammer as well, because I'm definitely going to forget. There's a spawn there, I think. Yeah, there's a spawn here. The only other spawn is in the wilderness. Alright, from here, we're going to travel with Antonia. Vo dies yesterday in true hardcore fashion, creates a new hardcore. In my defense, I was talking about doing this several days ago before I died, man. But yeah. We're only going to be doing this for 1 or 2 hours a day, though. Today, a little bit longer than that, just since it's day 1, and I woke up early to be able to do this today a little bit longer. I'm streaming extra hours today so I can do this. Alright, so we're going to come over here to the brewery, to the southwest. So I'll just show you on the map where I am. So I was here. We took the ship to here, and then we ran southwest to the Moonrise Brewery. The drunk place. And then I'm just going to sell 50 at a time. It doesn't matter, you get the same amount anyways. And now we instantly have 98,000 GP. We're very rich now. We're happy. So from here, let's actually just go back to Varrock. Mega rich now, though. Mega rich. Money's not a problem anymore. We're quite happy. Let's go ahead and take some things out of the bank. I actually need to think through here. Let's take the research package, the Dougal leaves, the chest key. Let's get out the bucket of milk. I probably should have gotten 2 buckets of milk earlier on. That was actually a slight mistake on my part, but that's okay. What else do we want? I can probably take the runes out, but I don't genuinely need to kill anything right now, so I'll take the sardine out, and we'll probably just call it there. Technically, probably don't need any of these things right now, but that's alright. Sass, what's up? Thanks for the 35 months. Appreciate you, bro. Start a new account to Bofa Grind. Is as fun, if not more fun, than Bofa to max gear grind. True. This is new. What's happening, Fo? This is just kind of like a side project I want to work on, man, of just having a VOD series on YouTube of how to build up a hardcore or Ironman or even main account if you want to quest it to Barrows gloves. Something that's not going to take a ton of time for me to do. And it's just kind of like a fun way of, you know, I mean, fun for me of teaching some people the game. Do you ever imagine the massive number of people you stream to in person? Yeah, sometimes I like to picture like everyone that's watching my stream in like an audience of like a movie theater. And to keep from getting nervous, I just imagine all of them naked. He stole my sardine! The gull! It's okay, I got extra in the bank, man. So many naked guys. Am I doing an AFK grind while I'm doing this series? Yeah, I'm fighting the crab right now, my man. I'm on the crab. Old waifu has messaged me. Be good. Am I from Britain? No. How many years of experience do you have with RuneScape? I've been playing RuneScape since 2002. Like, literally 2/3 of my life. Hey, Mr. Foe, love the OTK event. Yo, what's up, dude? How we doing, man? The event was so much fun, dude. What do you usually get up to outside of streaming? Wife, kid, gym, etc.? All of those, yeah. Yeah, that's most of my life, yeah. I've got 2 daughters, I've got a wife, I've been married for a very long time. I work out a lot. I go running sometimes. Yup. Alright, so we're gonna come back to Varlamore. Before we head back to Varrock, I'm just gonna buy some food real quick, chat. So we're gonna go to the bar over here. Have you heard from Mr. Savik? Savik said he's gonna stream today. I messaged him last night, talked to him for a bit. We're gonna buy some food. For that, we're gonna have stews. Fully buy out the stew stock. And if I remember right, the West Bank is a little bit closer. And this is just kind of like the jugs of wine. Full inventory, 1 GP each. And, you know, you don't have to do any hopping of worlds, which is kind of nice. Will you make a video / guide on this? I'm just going to have an entire playlist on YouTube of the entire run. So if you want a video walkthrough, you can essentially use it as a video walkthrough. I'm not going to end up editing it. It's just going to be, you could skip ahead if you don't need something. There's an infinite wine vendor in Varlamore too? Yeah, but there's no reason that you would use wines over stews when they both heal 11 and stews don't drop your attack level when you drink them. I think we'll go ahead and get 1 more inventory of this. What if you don't like the taste of stews? I would imagine that you should kick cows and cook the meat. Why is Ren energy 100%? Because the lightning icon there refers to special attack. If it was a foot or a boot, it would refer to run. Actually, these aren't 1 GP each. I think these are 20, right? But we have unlimited money now. There's a pub that sells the wines and stews near the bank they sold Eclipse Reds. Oh, that's good to know, man. Thanks, dude. Thought they were limited supply. Yeah, funny enough, man, this is an unlimited supply. Account's an hour off the boat and has 100k, pretty dang good. Yeah, it's not bad, dude. It's not bad. Alright, we're about to start making a lot more progress. Let's go and go back to Varrock now. We're going to come up here. Galderin Bank's like 15 tiles or so from the bank with infinite wines too. Thank you, man. Can you explain what you're doing getting better GP? Well, we got better GP already, so now we were just getting a few inventories of food because, you know, it's kind of important to have a good food source on your Ironman account or hardcore account. It's pretty nice. Cool, just tuned in. Yep. Good morning. Back to Varrock with Regulus. What caused the WoW streamers to come to Old School RuneScape? WoW streamers coming to Old School RuneScape caused the WoW streamers to come to Old School RuneScape. Funny enough, not wrong there. How much does a stew heal? Stew heals 11. So it's more than my total HP right now. Okay, we're gonna need to do... I need to grab a new sardine out. We need to do Gertrude's cat in this round. I don't want to get too much stuff out because we're gonna do Daddy's home soon as well. Which means we're gonna need some inventory space. But I think we're okay right now. Let's just deposit this. Don't, you know, I'll bring one food on me. Just as an oh shit thing. Probably don't need runes out at the moment. And I'll do the pirate's treasure in a bit. Okay, so from here, let's talk to Willow, continue Gertrude's cat. Oh, didn't get my sardine out. Hold. Pause. Sardine. I feel like Soup making a regicide guide. Go all the way through the underground pass. Ah, yeah, I forgot this one thing. And then go all the way back out and make everyone go all the way through the pass again. Great. So let's buy a fire staff first. That's going to be our bread and butter for a while. Could also go with the air staff. I think I'm going to buy an air staff as well. I wouldn't usually, but it's kind of more useful nowadays than it used to be, isn't it? And we've got a lot of money, so we might as well. Let's go ahead and talk to Willow, pay him 100 GP. Tell me, or I mean, what will make you tell me? There we go. We can actually start Gertrude's cat if we want to. I'll pay. Just give us the right options, right? Let's also start Romeo and Juliet while we're here. We'll continue that one. It'll be a bit more efficient to continue this one until we get to the Father Lawrence step. Yes. Is the Stronghold of Security even worth it anymore with the new Varlamore method? No, not really. It takes 5 minutes to make a whole inventory of the Varlamore stuff, and it takes 5 minutes to run the Stronghold of Security to the 10k GP. But you get twice as much with the Varlamore stuff. So if you're going to spend the time, you might as well just spend the time there. Plus, you can't get KO'd. What's my forfeit for the group death? I got to solo a Zammy hilt on the group account for punishment for dying. You thought my sardine was an enhanced crystal weapon seed and you had a heart attack. I'm glad that you don't actually think that I got an enhanced crystal weapon seed on my brand new account. It was close, man. Could have been. You never know. You're 4 out of 5? We're 4 out of 5 now because of me. Yeah, I died yesterday, dude. How'd you sleep? I slept fine, dude. How do you plan on attacking magic logs for DT? I'm going to show you the Legends quest method, which is much faster than Wintertide or Hunter contracts. It takes about 45 minutes to get them. All 12. You know what? While we're here, before we move on to that, let's start Demon Slayer as well. Let's really multi this. Because we can get 2 keys here before moving on. What's my hardcore name? This one? This one is named Coach Foe. Mr. Star, but good thing you're uploading everything. Thanks for doing this for us noobs. Yeah, man. I'm live on YouTube right now, so if you wanted to like follow back on this, you can just like, you know, click back on there quite easily. Same with Kick. But yeah, I'll have a whole playlist on my YouTube that's just these videos for this series, just so you can easily follow along and hop through wherever you need. Buy a pink skirt while you're there. I will buy the pink skirt. I'm not there yet. It's a few more steps in. I gotta get around to Daddy's home first. Gonna be a series or just VOD uploads? Just VOD uploads, man. But I'll cut them to only be this content.
Thanks for the pine zone, Dada.
Bush Control, thank you for the 15-month prime, brother. Okay, all the way up here. We'll be streaming for many hours this weekend. I don't typically stream on the weekends, man. Weekend is family time for me, so when my first daughter was born, I stopped streaming weekends. Alright, we got this key. Let's go grab a new bucket. Downstairs, bro. Want to farmers? I'll be on the farmers account in probably like maybe a couple hours. We'll have at least 7 hours of farmers content today. Yo, should we kill the imp? Oh, I didn't bring my runes on me. I can't kill the imp, damn. What in-game time when you get Barrows gloves roughly? I don't really know, man. 3.5, 4 days? Something like that. Okay, that's done. Come through here. Are you able to give a brief rundown on what you've done since leaving Tutorial Island? Yes, but I'm not going to, because the whole purpose of doing this is so you can go watch the video and hop through it if you want to catch up on whatever you need. It's kind of a lot to explain every single piece of it, man. Because I'm doing a lot of, like, you know, multi-questing early on. I stopped multi-questing after, you know, the start. But the first day is usually a lot of multi-questing, so you kind of got to follow along the steps. We started with some questing, then we got some money, and now we're back to questing. That's the brief synopsis. Alright, we'll grab key number 2, and then we're going to bail on this quest. We'll get the 25 bones some other time. And we'll go continue Romeo and Juliet to the Father Lawrence step. Then we're gonna start Daddy's home, I think. Or, you know what, let's go complete demons, or let's go complete the museum, and then we'll start the rest. Thank you, Seared. That's basically it. Seared's got it for you. Okay, Varrock Museum. So we're going to come downstairs in the museum and do the museum quiz. That's going to get me, 1, some kudos in the museum, which is useful later on, and 2, it's going to get me level 9 Slayer and level 9 Hunter. So it's a good way to start those skills. 1k XP in each, so we'll just talk to this dude. We're going to have the Puzzle Solver plugin on Runelite turned on for this. That way, we don't have to pay attention to anything, and you don't have to have any game knowledge. You just study the plaques, click green, or blue, or whatever color. I think it's blue. I think it's cyan. It makes you seem very smart. So if you turn on Puzzle Solver and then open this back up, it tells you the right answer. It is green. We're just going to go through all of the different plaques, solve them all, and that'll be this done. Is this your own guide? Yeah, this is my own way of leveling. I always have my own typical start that involves the same things, and then I kind of just improvise from there, so that's actually going to, I think, be quite helpful for people, because I'll basically walk through how I go about solving problems that I have in the game when I'm trying to level up. Like how I go about finding what I'm going to do next. Have you ever played an Ultimate Ironman? I have, yeah. 30-second Ironman, I see. Yes, 31 accounts that were stronger than yours was not enough for me, man. I had to make another one. Thoughts? Ultimate Ironman seems fun. Ultimate Ironman's shit. It's terrible. Remove it from the game. We saw what happened with Loki yesterday. I did hear back on Loki's thing, by the way. It was self-inflicted. It was his own mistake. Unfortunate, but as it typically is. What happened? You'll just have to watch the next video, man. It's not much of a spoiler because he came in here asking about it yesterday, but he basically came to the stream yesterday and said -5 bill on his Ultimate Ironman. Does the group still have 4 lives? Yeah, the hardcore group still has 4 lives. We'll be getting to some Zammy content on there in a couple hours to pay off my my forfeit. I think the goal today on here is to try to get up to at least Waterfall Quest, and then we'll start bopping some fire giants. Until we're good to go with a Rune Sim, hopefully. Water spell fire giants? Yeah. Alright, that's leveled up. Let's go ahead and start Daddy's Home. So that's level 9 Hunter and Slayer. Nice little game sounds there. Imp! Kind of favor do you want me to do? Tell me more about the job. Tell me where it lives. I'll do the job. There we go. We'll start by talking to Father Lawrence for the Romeo and Juliet quest while we're here. Everything kind of links up for now. I love in-game music, man. It's good to use when you're running around the game a lot. It's not as great when you're like standing in the same location. Music looping is on. Let's put it on classic so it doesn't do like the whole area. Do I Slayer to level combats in the Barrows gloves route? Typically, no. I don't touch Slayer till 75 combat with Neve. So I usually just do crabs when I'm AFK for the Barrows gloves route, which is the most cozy way of doing it anyways. Okay, let's remove things. So this is just starting the construction skill with the mini quest called Daddy's Home, which is what we started there after we did the museum. So we're just going to continue that now. And we'll mostly fully finish this out. Nice. It's a con level there. Why no farmers? I'll be on the farmers later today. Chad, there's a lot of text here. I'm gonna go grab some coffee while this happens. I'm just gonna spacebar this. Hopefully it works. Nice. Skip the yapping. Gotta get back. Okay, we're done here. Let's make sure we grab the logs. And we should be able to continue on. Let's grab some logs from here as well, because there's no reason not to. Don't do Serb today, you'll die. Yeah, I'm gonna be in God Wars Dungeon today, man. Actually, a higher chance of dying. Okay, we have, before we move this on, let's go ahead and continue this. Let's go to the house to the west. Where's the pink skirt? It's coming, man. It's coming. Like 3 more steps, and then we'll do the pink skirt. I'm gonna go, continue Pirate's Treasure real quick. By coming up here. Because we brought the key with us. Chest is locked. Use the key on the chest. That's from the quest that we were doing earlier today. Read that, close it. Don't really think we need to, but do it anyways. And let's also buy a beer from the bartender. Glass of your finest ale. Talk to Dr. Harlow. This is for the Vampyre Slayer quest that we were doing earlier today. We need to get a steak from this guy. Did we get the steak? Nope, gotta give him the beer. And steak. Okay, we're gonna go buy runes now. I don't really know how many runes I want, but I'm gonna buy extra runes as well for fire giants. Would I rather also buy a water staff or just a ton of water runes? I don't really know. Let's go at least 2,000 mines potentially. I mean, we have a ton of money, so let's just go and spend it. Because if nothing else, I'll just end up splashing with this stuff later on. I think I will just buy a water staff. Let's also buy a fire pack, a water pack, and an earth pack. Just because it's helpful to have those, and that's probably good for now. No need to splash now, just grab it all. Yeah. There's still logic in splashing. I'm going to buy a water staff before I forget it. You don't need a water staff since you use an equal amount of air and water runes for the spells. As you know, as right as you are, I'm going to use a limited amount of water spells, and I can't anticipate how many that's going to be because it's going to rely on how long it takes me to get the drop that I want. So if I use a water staff and then buy a ton of air runes, I'll be able to use the air runes when I stop that and move on to fire. And with that, I do want to have air runes. So buy the water staff, stick to air runes as our primary rune that we buy. It's better overall. This is the cost of 500 water runes, so, you know, it's just better to do it this way. Okay, so from here, we're going to clear out some inventory space. Also going to need planks for this. Let's go ahead and rub this on here. Let's deposit this, deposit this, deposit this, deposit the keys, the bucket. I'm going to need 10 logs, so I need the axe out. We don't need these. We don't need that. That should be good. 16, 17, 18, 19. I think that's good. Do you think worth splashing low-level runes or AFK and crab with them? With certain methods, you can, Jagex, cover your ears. You could splash with for 6 hours. That's more AFK than 10 minutes of crab. Pink skirt time chat. We're going to come through to this shop. Let's buy the pink skirt, wizard hat, and that's really all we need. Technically, I could buy the gown for later on, but I don't necessarily need them yet. Pink skirt's very important. We're going to go deposit this gown. I do need it for a quest later. Why the skirt? Well, also need it for a quest. But the pink skirt is tech. Basically, some of you guys aren't going to understand this much, but About a half year ago, I tricked 43,000 people into wearing a pink skirt during the league. And I convinced them that it was a task. It was not. So I had almost, like, everyone that you ran into on day one of the league had a pink skirt on. It was awesome. Okay, we're gonna need 10 logs, a saw, and 5 cloth. So 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. Yeah, we're good. We'll have to grab a hammer back out when we go back to the bank. It's totally gonna be a task next league. It better be, man. You did it on 2 accounts at the same time?
Level up completed.
No, some of us were in the planning streams. I didn't share in the planning stream, I don't think, man. Maybe I did. I don't think I told the... Oh, did I? Okay, I must have one time, huh? Yeah, I think I had like 3,000 people and I was like, I'm gonna tell you guys, but I'm not gonna tell anyone else. Yeah. Yeah, only the people that were there early got to find out. So we could all laugh together. It was great, wasn't it, man? It's so worth it. It's the best thing I've ever done in RuneScape, man. Husker, thanks for the 7 months, man. Still bought it? My man.
Level up completed.
You followed Double Shine's guide? Oh man, you could have leveled so much faster with mine, dude. Thoughts on the gemstone crab not having a KC? You don't technically ever kill it, so it kind of makes sense, man. Appreciate all the content, man. Feel like watching these made me a better player overall. Yeah, thank you, dude. It's humble. You're a great streamer. Alright, let's go make some planks real quick. And then trade this guy. We're going to need... Let's buy 150 steel nails. We'll need some later on. We're going to buy 5 bolts of cloth for Daddy's home. And a saw. I think that's going to be good for now. We'll need more cloth later. We don't want to worry about it right now. We don't want to spend too much money because I'm already spending a ton. Cerberus has 1 KC. Thanks, man. Timestamps on the YouTube VOD? I'll add them eventually, yeah. Probably won't be at first, but I'll go back eventually and add them. Wrong chat? Nah, it's all good, Ping. No worries, dude. Okay, back to the bank. Let's grab a hammer out. You made my top 100 streamer list? Thanks, bro. Just yell really loud audio cues. Daddy's home! Nice. Oh no. Chat, I messed up. Chat, I messed up. We're going back. I forgot to do the Gertrude's cat step. Call it a soup guide. Blood crystallized? Thanks for the 3 months, brother. Sorry, I should be thinking about this stuff. That's my bad. Okay, upstairs to the cat. Let's get this on Gertrude so I'm not doing it wrong. Milk on the cat. Seasoned sardine on the cat. Remember we rubbed the Dougal leaves that we had earlier on the sardine. And then we'll have to search these until we find the kitten. Unlucky seed, not first try. Not second try. Okay, third try, that's not bad. You got yours first try? That's very, very good. No, don't pet the cat. Don't pet the cat. Just give him the kitten. Give him the kitten, bro. There we go. Okay, we're done here. That's the quest complete. We'll have to turn it in later. There's always something that we're going to need logs for. So before we move on here, there's a ton of log spawns. I'm just going to pick up a few of them real quick. Where they go, without going too far out of my way. It's the Daconia rock that that determines the course of the account. That's so true, dude. Alright, let's continue on. Most people would, you know, if you want to do it, you can. You can cut one dying tree inside here, and it's going to be a Varrock easy task for the achievement diaries. You don't really need to right now. I'm not going to be focusing on that kind of like micro-efficient, but you can if you want to. Okay, from here, we're going to contribute to 2 additional quests, which means we're going to go down to the south of Varrock instead of going back to Varrock here. Yo, you're absolutely right, man. Someone else just saved me. I souped again because I didn't make my waxwood logs into planks. Holy crap. I'm throwing, boys. This is not going to be the fastest hardcore Ironman ever now. We're going to go south. We're going to kill a bear for bear meat. That's going to be for Druidic Ritual later on so we can unlock the Herblore skill. And we're also going to grab Cadaver berries and 3 red berries. Technically could go 4 red berries. I need to think of what I want to do. How many red things I want to make. Nah, I think 3 is fine, honestly. Is there a speedrun category for Barrows gloves? There's like unofficial speedruns on YouTube for Barrows gloves. Yeah. Amazing series idea. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's going to be something that I'm going to be able to work on a little bit here and there without going too overboard on. So we'll do like 1 or 2 hours of progress on this account a day. Probably AFK some crab or something while I play the farmer account past that. Alright, so let's grab some red berries. Like I said, we want 3 of these. 1 Cadaver berry. You know, since I'm already here, I might as well grab an extra because there's going to be an extra on this plant. So we'll grab 4. We'll come south a little bit more so we can kill the bear. I don't have food on me. And if you are a new player or a new hardcore, you need to be careful about this. So let's talk about safe spot mechanics real quick because I didn't bring food. Bears are aggressive, so we're not going to go too close to it. I'm going to highlight it with a plugin called NPC tagging to show you something. In RuneScape, I'm gonna pull up the plugin real quick. In RuneScape, actually it's NPC indicators, isn't it? NPC indicators, not NPC tagging. A monster truly exists in its southwestern tile. So that's the southwestern tile right there, okay? So I'm going to click my compass. That's north up there, south down here. So the southwestern tile is where the game actually recognizes that monster as being, right? So when you're safe spotting an NPC, it's going to try to align its southwest tile with you, which means if I want to safe spot it, I have to do it on a certain side of an object. So let me use this tree, for example. See how it aligns its southwest tile with me? So if I move north here and try to safe spot it around the tree, it's not going to work because he's going to step 1 step north with me. But if I move on the south side of this tree 1 step, then his southwest tile is in line with me, so he stops right there, which means I can safe spot it here. Okay, so if I was to move here, he'd be in line with me, and he's going to come all the way around, as you'll see. So that doesn't really work. The same thing goes for here. I can safe spot him right here because his southwestern tile's in line with me, but I can't safe spot him over here because his southwestern tile will now come around that tree. So this is how safe spotting works. This is going to be on a monster that's larger than a 1x1, right? It's kind of difficult to safe spot a 1x1. You'll have to find some sort of object like a fence to safe spot him over. But I can now safe spot this guy without worrying about him killing me. I'll talk a lot about these types of things as we go. There's also something called a corner safe spot where still he's safe spotted here because he's blocked on this tree right here, right? This tile right here is part of the tree. And the way that this one works, a corner safe spot, is a monster in this game will always try to move west or east before they move north or south, okay? So since I have him on the corner here, he's trying to move west. His priority is to move 1 tile west to get to me, but this tree's in the way, so he can't. He will never try to move south because he has to try to move west. He prioritizes west. So, you know, he's not going to move south and attack me. So you can corner safe spot NPCs like that. West and east priority before north and south priority if they're 1 tile away. And that's That comes into handy a ton later on. It's not as important right now, but that's just the basics. And even a typical old school player that's been playing for years doesn't even know that kind of thing. A lot of players just don't know how that works. So we're going to utilize some safe spots while we go through and build this hardcore, and this is one of them. Is this why bosses have weird movement when stepping under? When stepping under an NPC, it can move one tile north, south, east, or west with no priority per tick that you're underneath it. That's why you move west when lighting fires, correct? Yeah, the game pushes you west, and then when you get to an edge, it pushes you back to the east. East and west priority over north, south. Okay, very important. Dark wizards over there, they will kill you. We don't have food, we're going north. Plain and simple. Nice and easy. Plus, I gotta go back to the bank for a hammer anyways. I've been playing for years and I didn't know this. Yeah, it's very helpful. We're going to use it more. I'm going to show you how to safe spot every single NPC of the Witch's House quest by using that east-west priority. You don't have to be under a boss's southwestern tile. You just have to be anywhere underneath them. Okay, so we're going to go back here. I'm going to deposit a lot of things here. We don't need the red berries for now. I don't need this. We don't need the bones at the moment. I don't need the bear fur. I don't even need the bear meat right now. Don't need the steel nails at the moment. We shouldn't need nails for this quest. Don't need the bronze axe. We could keep the bucket on us, but let's deposit it for now. Next, we're doing Daddy's Home, Romeo and Juliet, Shield of Arrav. I'm actually going to need a partner for Shield of Arrav if I can get that.
Looking incredibly cute today.
We'll have to think about that. Thank you, by the way. Who was that? Troller Dude. Thanks for the 3, bro. So let's go and deposit these. Let's get the 10 planks out that we had earlier today. We should basically be good. I'll bring 2 food out with me just in case. And let's get that hammer out. Show folks the CC. CC is trash. I've never actually used it for Shield of Arrav. I don't even know if people actually use it there. Maybe they do. You know, you want to try?
Thanks for the pine zone, Dada.
Let's see. Shield of Arrav CC join. It's pretty active. It's good. Is it? Never genuinely used it. Any Phoenix gang for shield? Let's see. Oh, I do need those nails, don't I? Definitely need the nails. Let's go back and grab the nails. Mugger. Okay, let's leave this one. It must not be that one. Let's try the other one. Join chat channel OSRS SOA. Any Phoenix gang for shield? No, it's the same one, isn't it? I think it's the same one. Shut up, nerd. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the CC. I don't want to like spam the CC because people from my stream, Torag, are trolling them. That'd be rude. Well, if there's anyone that's a new account that hasn't done Shield of Arrav yet, let me know and you can group up with me for it. It's quite a useful quest. Can do it with you. Yeah, Crimson, that would be great, man. Could you meet me on 439? Destroy, thank you for the sub, my man. Oh my gosh, I'm throwing so hard today, dude. I don't even have my bolts of cloth with me. What am I doing? Too distracted. Ignore this part of the guide, chat. Ignore this part of the guide. I'm new to the game. What world? Crimson's gonna hit me up for it. You're doing great for a new player. Thank you, brother man. Appreciate you. This mugger is like trying to take my cookies, bro. Okay, let's build all of this stuff. What do I do for GP? Eclipse Red wines, 5 inventories of them.
Level up completed.
Where to get the nails? I bought them from the sawmill when I made my planks. Steel nails are like 3 GP each, and they're a bit better than the bronze and the iron that you could buy.
Level up completed.
So they're kind of nice. Plus we'll need more later.
Level up completed.
Okay. That's done. From here, let's continue Romeo and Juliet. We'll go turn this in real quick, though. Ah, Crimson. Beautiful. Okay, let me turn this in, and then I'll bail on Romeo and Juliet, and I'll do Shield of Arrav. I'm gonna do black armor. You good with that? No rush? Sweet. Shield of Arrav is a quest that you do need a partner for. You can use that CC that we showed if you need to. But you do need Shield of Arrav. You do need a partner for Shield of Arrav, because there's 2 different gangs that need to work together. And you end up joining one of them. Okay, Daddy's home is done, level 8, and we can open this up. This gives us some teleports, which is kind of useful. So completing Daddy's home like we did gives you 8 construction overall, house teleports, a few supplies, but really we just want to keep the house teleport tabs because now I have a panic tele. It also gives you a house that's going to be in Rimmington, I'm going to say. It's kind of nice. So, having a teleporter on a hardcore is just a very good thing to have overall, period. So let's go ahead and deposit some of the nonsense that we don't need. We'll keep the cadaver berries on us. Maybe we'll get a couple more food because we're going to need to kill some stuff in Shield of Arrav. And let's turn in our package for Rune Mysteries as well while we're here. Lavish, thank you dude for the sub, appreciate you bro, which I actually probably should have done this when I did the quest earlier, but we're already in this area so it doesn't really make much, it doesn't waste much time. Got a package for you, bro. We could start a hardcore train by following foe. Yeah. All right, Crimson, have you already done these steps, man, or do you need to deviate off? What order are you on? Doing shield as well? I'm doing it on 439. I've got Crimson as my partner, though. Let's talk to Romeo while we're here. Apothecary. Didn't start it yet, so I can do them now. Sweet. Let's go. So Shield of Arrav is a useful quest because once you complete it, you can actually claim a 1000 experience lamp from the museum that you can use in any level 20 or above skill. I'll probably hold that for later for prayer, but or potentially herblore, we'll see. I usually use it in herblore at that stage. I'm not going to claim it until I get level 20 though, so I don't have to waste the inventory space. Alright, big dog. Need a quest? Yes. And let's go search for the book. Great. Read the book. Close the book. Talk to Reldo. Beautiful. Are there any new player worlds or CCs? Not right now, I don't think. Why a new hardcore? I wanted to build a hardcore out and just have a full like VOD guide on YouTube. Not necessarily like a guide, but just a full VOD for the series on YouTube. So if someone wants to build a new account and like is aimless and like spends a lot of time just standing still in the same spot, not knowing what to do next, they can follow along with this and like just follow the video and do the same steps that I'm doing in the video, moving forward or backwards as they need to. So they're not aimlessly roaming around with no clue of what to do. This will be a much more effective way to level up, and kind of teach you the game and teach you the mechanics of the game as you go, as your foundation for the game. So mostly targeting new players here, or people that build new accounts and are, I guess, clueless with it. I forgot, this messes up, doesn't it? Want to become a member? Yeah. Give me a try. Let's go. Not so sure. Crossbows, let's go. Yes. Murder them, of course. No problem. Alright, let's go murder some dude. In-game. I'm gonna have to wait for my partner to catch up at this stage of the quest. He might be done already. I think he's getting the key right now. While he does that, I'm gonna kill this impling over here. No XP waste. Wait, come back. Come back. What a waste. That is level 7 magic. Massive. Okay, give me a bead. Give me a bead. No, I'm gonna take that. That's good for the cat. Okay. Always keep the beads? Always keep the beads, bro. Just tagging along. What's up, big dog? Did we not start by getting full graceful? Oh no, man. Oh no. I've lost my partner, chat. Ooh, talisman to the Mind Goblin already. Kinda crazy. Oh, he's ready. Okay, he's gonna drop me the key. I'm gonna use it to get in here. And then I gotta go murder this guy. Now, we brought some food with us. If you forgot your food, it's over for you and there's no hope for you. I think you can actually potentially game the system. Can you shoot once and go downstairs? Oh, you sure can. So if you forgot your food, you can do this. He'll take damage. He'll eventually die. You just have to click the ladder instantly after you start casting the spell.
Level up completed.
Just in case you forgot your food. Once he's dead, you can pick up these 2 crossbows. Nice damage. It's dealing damage, it just doesn't show it. Okay, we got the crossbows. Let's go back and turn these in. You can have another account tank. You don't need another account. Just use ladder tech, bro. Why make it more difficult when less difficult is better? A TLDR, the team decided to kick foe from the team after shamelessly throwing away a life. Oh, jeez. Okay, now that we're done with that, we turn in the crossbows. We come upstairs here. Let's go ahead and open the cupboard. Grab our shield half. We'll have to take that to the museum now and meet up with our partner. The true Coach Beard. That's right, baby! Oh, a nice little strength pot out of nowhere. We'll keep that for later. Okay, so now we need to go meet up with our partner at the museum because we got to get the certificate half. So the best thing to do here is to make your partner wait while you secretly deviate to the apothecary without telling him so you can continue the Romeo and Juliet quest. For your information, he used the key on you. Thank you, my man. Back at you. We've already done that step of the quest that involved that key. Outside, are we going to edit this? We're not. That's actually the point, man. The point is that you'll be able to have the entire thing start to finish, so you can use it as a walkthrough where you know exactly where to go, rather than someone saying, okay, now go to Civitas Illifortis, and you going, what the fuck is Civitas Illifortis? Instead, you can watch me get there. So the point is just to have a VOD series instead of an actual edited series, because it's going to play towards a new account a little bit better, and it's less effort from me. So you can skip around whenever you want to. Because that just doesn't exist. There's a lot of guides that exist that are cut like that. This just doesn't exist. So it's really aimed towards the newer guys. Less useful for someone that's played the game for a while. Okay, we got the key half. We're going to use it on our partner here. Give him... Alright, he's busy. There we go. Give him ours. He gives me mine. Then we use this on this one. Let me turn this in. Will I still be playing farmers? Yeah, I'm only going to be working on this account for about 1 or 2 hours a day. And then I'm going to be on the farmers account. So, it won't go too fast. In fact, it'll probably go too slow for a lot of people. I apologize for that, but I can't bail on my team. We got to keep it a bit limited. Anything good? Anything good? Another mine talisman for the mine goblin. We've already got one of those. Zizarin does this every PoE season to teach new people. This is sick for old school RuneScape people. I think it's a great idea, dude, honestly. It's something that I could potentially redo once a year as new things come out. Hear about the shield.
Quest
okay,
completed.
That's done. So that's going to unlock that lamp later on like we talked about. That's huge. I watch people do stuff. They'll say port to X, but I'll have to Google what the items mean. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, like, for a new player that's watching a guide, you have to constantly go wiki, like, oh, what's that thing he's talking about? How do I get there? Whatever else, and I'm still lost, right? So yeah, it won't be perfect. It won't be super efficient. It's going to involve some fun stuff, like stopping and going for a Rune Scimitar drop. But, you know, the point's not to be overly efficient, you know what I mean? The point's to be able to play the game and have a good time still. Do new things come into the game that change the path of Barrows gloves often? Not necessarily, honestly. Some things that are small upgrades here and there, but not things you really have to deviate for. Most of it's past that B glove stage, you know what I mean? Okay, let's go poison Juliet. That's correct, Sky. Yeah, we've still got 4 lives on the hardcore group series. I have to get to Zammy content in a little while to try to pay for my forfeit that I owe the team now. Okay, so that's the next step of Romeo and Juliet. Now we're going to do the next step of, and the last step of Gertrude's cat. Since we've already done everything else before this, let's talk to Gertrude. Mother Goose! That gives us a pet kitten. What color is it? No. Okay, yeah, no good. It's not fully orange. The ginger cat's the only one you don't want.
Quest
this one's
completed.
Fine. That gives us level 12 cooking, which is good for red berry pies later when we get to the Knight's Sword quest. No, it's very... You guys don't understand. It's very important. It's very, very important to not get a ginger cat. I need to think through some things real quick. Quests, Demon Slayer, Rune Mysteries, Restless Ghost. We have the research notes on us. We've already talked to Dude. We have a Ghost Speak amulet. We need to talk to the Ghost when we get back. Weapons store key. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this. We'll keep this for the cat. We'll keep a sardine in our inventory for the cat. Always good to have at least some food on us, so we'll keep 5 stews. 3 stews is more than enough. I don't need more than 5, or more than 3. We don't need the steel nails. We don't need this. We do need this. We need a steak. And I'm going to bring some higher level runes out as well, because I like having them. Teleport's a good option. We don't need the Shield of Arrav book. Let's keep the research notes. Keep the hammer. Don't need the strength pot. We're going to want a steel axe in a little bit. And I think we're pretty much good here. We will need garlic. You are right. We need garlic. Come out. Okay. Let's go turn in Romeo and Juliet. Brief synopsis, Romeo and Juliet want to get married, blah, 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 won't let them. You end up faking Juliet's death, so Romeo and Juliet can run off together, but Romeo forgets that it's fake, so he actually thinks that she died, so instead he runs off with her cousin. Because he's dumb. And then he calls me
Quest
Fox.
completed.
So we're up to 10 quest points, 6 quests completed already. Nice and quick. Vampyre Slayer, Rune Mysteries, Restless Ghost. We're going to continue all 3 of those at the same time right now. So to start, let's go buy... Oh my gosh, the best song in the game. Crank it, bro. We're going to buy a steel axe for the woodcutting grind that's to come. We're going to come with our Ghost Speak amulet on that we equipped earlier. That we grabbed when we got to Father Ernie. We're going to talk to the ghost, so we can grab his skull later. Tell me what the problem is. Yeah. Alright. So from here, we're going to continue Restless Ghost. We're going to continue Rune Mysteries, so we need to go to the Wizard Tower for both of those. And then we're going to continue Demon Slayer. You know what? If we're going to continue Demon Slayer, let's go ahead and impact that grind. We can go ahead and work on our bones now. We might as well get that entire thing done. So let's go ahead and work on our 25 bones. Do you kill imps as when you see them rather than actively going for imp catcher? Yeah, I typically like just kill them as I go across things. For the most part. How's it going, Paul, man? What's going on, Max? How you doing, dude? It might be fun to show the new players the Imp Basement. I actually haven't found it myself. That's a new one in Varlamore, huh? I think I saw a Reddit post on that. So, this is kind of new. It's close to the gemstone crab. Interesting. This is kind of a new thing that recently came out, but should probably talk about it anyways. Let's go ahead and grab an egg for later on. There's an interesting mechanic now with how magic works. Back in the day, you used to have to definitely like move from one spell to the next, right? When it came to magic training. So you can deal higher damage. But nowadays, as you get the level for higher magic spells, your air spell will actually hit the same max hit as whatever your highest strike spell is. So now that I've unlocked Earth Strike, even though I'm not using Earth Strike, I'm using Air Strike, I can still hit the max hit of an Earth Strike, which I think is 5. So it's kind of unique. It's different than the game used to be. The difference is, like, of course, there's like lower rune costs, so some people would just say, like, well, why wouldn't you just always do that? You get less base experience. So if I upgraded to Earthstrike, I'd get more base experience in Magic, because Earthstrike just gives more XP than Airstrike does. So there's still logic in upgrading. But just, you know, something interesting that didn't used to be. It is a pretty nice improvement, yeah. Plus elements weaknesses. Yeah, that's a later on thing, yeah. 2468? Okay, yeah. How do you have so much money? So that's from the Varlamore wine method that I used earlier on. You can Google or wiki Eclipse Red. There's probably some YouTube videos on how to do it. It's very, very simple. Just requires one quest. Okay, how many bones do I have right now? 13. Let's go ahead and deposit the food. I actually don't need the food for what I'm doing right now. Deposit steel axe, we don't need that. Deposit this. Let's go ahead and use the ball of will on the cat. Let's feed the cat, and then let's ignore the cat for a bit. So that'll clear up some inventory space. Deposit, deposit, deposit. We'll just use airstrikes for now. Deposit this, deposit this, deposit this. I just need the inventory at the moment, honestly. Just need the inventory space. Because I think I'm just going to bring all of this with me. I'll need to get one more bone while I'm there. That's fine. How do you feel you're the second worst farmer now? Yeah, sure. Fine, man. Kind of just comes with doing PVM, man. You're just gonna have a chance of dying when you're doing PVM. Top 3? I'm top 5 farmer without a doubt, dude. Something I haven't really talked about is the difference between defensive casting and not. So I guess I can discuss that a bit. Early on in the game, I'd say that you don't want to defensively cast on things. You can see that this one right here is the spell and defensive. So it'll kind of split your experience. When you cast a magic offensive spell, you get a base experience for the spell plus experience based on how much damage you deal. And I want to say it's 2 magic XP per damage as the norm. So when you're defensively casting, it splits that bonus XP 1 and 1. So you get some magic XP, some defense XP. The problem is you don't really need the defense levels for a while, and you don't need to waste runes to get those defense levels for a while. So early on, it's much more valuable to have a higher magic level than it is to have somewhat of a magic level and somewhat of a defense level. Because you want to be able to unlock additional teleports and things like that. So don't touch defensive casting for quite some time. Just keep it to the regular casting. You want all of that mage XP going to magic. Where'd you get mine runes? Bought them from the magic shop after I made all of the money from the Varlamore Reds, the Eclipse Reds. Okay, so we've got 24 bones with us. I'll have to kill one thing when we get to the dungeon, because we need to turn in 25 bones for a Demon Slayer quest. But that's okay. Technically, it could have dropped off my my coins or something. I don't really need those on me right now, but generally when I'm account building, I like to always keep coins on me. Again, you guys have seen the Draynor jail guards. Avoid the jail if you can. You don't need to stay too close to it right now. You don't want to get bopped by them. And just keep run energy. They kind of like, I'll highlight them, but there's a couple here, there's like one over there, and there's, you know, a couple up here, so they're kind of all around the jail. That place was so scary as a kid. You should see, there's a heat map that you can look up of hardcore Ironman deaths on the game. There's a massive red splotch right there by the jail. So many hardcores lose status there. Zayman, thanks for the prime sub, man. Appreciate you, bro. Would you ever do a group Ironman with Guzu and Annie since you played on a team for the OTK event? I would love to do a group Ironman with all WoW players on my team. some day after the Farmer series is over. I wouldn't do it while the Farmers are going on, but that would be so much fucking content, I think, man. I would love it. Like, try to get the entire team up to raids or something like that. Okay, we're gonna go upstairs real quick and continue our Demon Slayer quest to start. Which I want to say is at Trayborn. Got any keys knocking around? Get the bones for you. I can turn these in piece by piece, so we could turn in 24 for now. The wizards do have a chance to kill me. Also, shout out to the Lesser Demon. Some of you guys might remember that from back in the day. The wizards actually could kill me, though. But, I want to say there's something down here that I can kill for bones. That's not a wizard. Is it still just the wizard? It might be. Hang on, let's go search the altar for Restless Ghost. I think the skeleton's going to wake up, and I think I can kill the skeleton for bones. You don't actually have to kill the skeleton. He just attacks you. You can just grab the skull and run off. I'm going to kill him and see if he drops bones. I don't know if he's going to. There's a chicken. That's right. That's what I'm thinking. We'll leave the skeleton alone. Where's Chicken at? There he is. Come here, Chicken. Okay, we'll talk to Archmage Cedrador here. That's going to be for the Rune Mysteries quest. That's why he kept those notes, the research notes on in our inventory.
Quest completed.
That's another one done. Grab the bones. Back upstairs. And then upstairs again to turn in our 25th bone for Demon Slayer. Get our last key. Done. Let's go down here. Let's go ahead and buy a Chronicle, buy about 20 teleports or so, because we're going to use that as our main teleport for a while to get back to Varrock. Because we have the cash for it. And that'll cost us 3,450 GP, I think. And then we'll go do Demon Slayer. I'm sorry, Vampyre Slayer, and I'll show you how to safe spot Vampyre Slayer. It's going to be the first real use of the corner safe spot. Wizards. Safe spot him behind there. That's fine. Let's go ahead and talk to Diango. $10 of these, Chronicle, and another 10. We'll buy 20 of those because we got the cash to front it. National, thank you, dude, for the 78 months. Appreciate you, bro. Am I meleeing with the crab? I am meleeing the crab, yeah. Yeah, we can wield the Chronicle. Again, that's a teleport. And then let's go ahead and grab out garlic, steak, and a hammer for the quest here. Let's get just a little bit of food out, just as a, you know, kind of just in case type thing. We'll do Ernest the Chicken while we're up there, so we have some food for that as well. We'll finish Vampyre Slayer, do Clan of Karend and Pirate's Treasure completion after that. Cool. Watching Sarko, seems to be really enjoying. Sardako, yeah, he's doing great, man. Finish, thank you for the 90-month prime. Appreciate you, bro. Are you wearing Blood Moon on the Farmer for the best crab XP? I'm not, because it's very expensive to use, and it's not much worse experience to just use a whip. It's quite similar. Stand and deliver. Okay, let's talk to Veronica to start Ernest the Chicken. This is just a really good quest for quest points, which we need 175 quest points for Barrows gloves, so it's important for us to do it. We can go ahead and start this guy. Actually, it's already started up itself. Nice. What will my forfeit be for the unfortunate death? I have to solo a Zami hilt for the team for our Chambers of Zarek runs. Okay. Spooky BIS music. It's good music, man. 1 KC heal. Nah, I'm like 40 KC in already, soloing it and haven't gotten it yet. If I get in the first 100 KC, I also am required to solo a Sarah hilt, so I can't spoon it. It's not a forfeit enough if I spoon it. $101? Yeah, we want to Prage for 101. Okay, let's go grab a spade. Actually, you know, we're going to continue Vampyre Slayer while we do this. So if you're doing Vampyre Slayer, make sure you have a hammer, a stake, and a garlic on you. And like I mentioned, this is going to be the first time that we really take advantage of that corner safe spot that I was talking about. But we're going to do so with a step under method. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to safe spot the vampire on this skeleton right here. Okay? So to do so, let me pick up my kitten so it doesn't get in the way. I need to get the vampire on this tile right here. And then I'll be able to move here. And like I talked about the east-west pathing mechanic earlier, he's going to try to path west into this skeleton. So the goal is step on here. He's going to be right here on this tile. And then I'm going to walk under him. If I'm underneath an NPC, he can walk one tile in any direction, north, south, east, or west. He can't walk east because there's stairs. So there's a 1 in 3 chance that he walks south. If he doesn't do it, I move here again. And then I step under. Move here again. Step under. Until he moves to this tile. Okay, so let's go and start. We're going to spam click over here. And then just make sure we don't die. I can even hit him while we do this. Look, he goes first try, so we take a step over, and now he's safe spotted. Because he's trying to path west here instead of north. Always prioritizes west. So now we don't have to deal with him. That's how you can take this on at no HP levels, basically. Yo, 3 gifted from Andre. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Big love, dude. Also, Finish, I think I hit your 90-month sub, but thank you, dude, if I didn't. Oh, we already know someone's going to die here? Well, that's why you bring food. And if you panic, go up the stairs. If you're worried about it, wait until later on. That's how the witch's safe spot works for the first 2 monsters. Yep, we're going to use the same thing on that. Okay, there's that. That's 20 attack, 4 quest points, 100 total level already. It's unfortunate you got it first try. Don't worry, when we get to Witch's House, we'll have to do it a few times probably. Because there's 2 different times that we do it on that. 20 attack dam. That's why we quest at the start of an account instead of leveling up. It takes so long to sit there and try to poke a chicken or a cow or something like that for levels. Quest, man. Quest, it's so good. Just gotta know the right quest to do. Okay, let's get our kitten back down. So he's growing. We need to grow him into a full cat. Takes 3 hours to do. Poison the fish. Kill the fish. Take the gauge. Back inside. Why a full cat? That's going to be for the Evil Dave step of Recipe for Disaster later on. Because we're going to need to kill rats, and it's better to kill them with a full-grown cat. Skeleton's going to bop us. We're going to make sure we're high HP. We're good. Don't need to eat. Let's go through here. Good call. I was going to sell mine for death runes. Yeah, always keep the first one until you're at least done with Evil Dave. Potentially even rat catchers, though. You could just make more for rat catchers. Nice clip cap. I can actually benefit off of using that later on. Thanks, dude. Hold, I'm going the wrong way. I'm on autopilot. You'd rather pick up the single death rune in Felled Up Hills than turning cats? Yeah. That's funny. No quest helper? Nah, this is not a no quest helper thing. I mean, the whole purpose of this is to help people build up their accounts, so they already want help with it, so we're going to be using quest helper. There's no reason not to. And the idea here is, if we can get you past the early game content, if you want this kind of thing, then potentially you'll enjoy more of the later game content, because the early game is quite a grind on old school. Where do you go to turn in cats for death runes? West Arty, you use the cat on a citizen. Did you quit group hardcore? No, I'm actually playing the group hardcore right now. I'm just at the crab. And we'll be on it later today. Got it. Yeah, I'll stop this at Barrows Gloves. I'm not going to go past that. Okay, once we're done with this, we're going to go do Client of Kurend. Because we need the level 10 fletching from it. Excuse me.
Quest completed.
Will it be on YouTube? This will be on my YouTube, yeah. Everything will be in my VOD channel for now, as the full VOD, but I'm going to end up cutting it down and having a separate playlist of only this content. So it doesn't have like my normal group hardcore stuff as well. Ernest the Chicken, that's 18 quest points so far. Not too bad. What's your playtime on this account? 3 hours? From here, Clan of Kurend, Lamp Fletching, that's for Knight's Sword. I'm sorry, not for Knight's Sword, but Taurus Trap, that's for Agil levels, so we don't have to train regular laps. Because it's so much faster to get level, what is it, like 24 agility maybe? 27 agility maybe? 26? Something like that. From Taurus Trap. Than it is to actually run laps. So much better. I think it is 26, I think you're right. Did you plan her out? Most of this will be improvised. I tend to do a similar start for all the beginning of my accounts, but eventually just need to get into improvisation stage. Okay, so we're off to Kurend now. This one, this kind of like next step here is a bit of a walk. I'm gonna say that seagulls don't give feathers, do they? Not actually sure if they do.
Thanks for the pines on that.
They don't. Could go to the fishing shop, but instead I think there's some chickens up here, is there not? Yeah, this is a little bit faster. Goodbye from the fishing shop? Yeah, it's just slightly faster, you know what I mean? Just slightly faster. Oh, feathers, excuse me. They didn't even give me feathers. What is this? Bald chicken? Isle, what's up, man? Thanks for the pram. It's no longer faster if you don't one-shot the feather. Is the forfeit decided? Got a solo Zammy for a Zammy hilt. If I spoon it, I also have to get a Sarah hilt. Chat, do this. Can you take me to Great Currend? My AFK on the farmers? Yeah, I'm crabbing. No, 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 no. Efficient. Okay, just making sure that the boat works. It looks like it does, which is good. Okay. Got any quests for me, big guy? Start client, yes. I think we're good. I don't think we have to talk through that. It's at least not a boring forfeit. No, it's not. Could get me killed, though. Can you change the special attack overlay to Ren Energy? If I'm walking, just assume that I don't have Ren Energy. I'm not going to change it. Okay, surely the cart system's the way to go for this quest nowadays. But I don't really think there's a close cart to this one, so I think we're walking this one. Because the cart's like way up here. There is just to your west? Well, yeah, but I don't need to use this cart to get to the one that's further away from the general store. I'm just saying, like, this first one, it's better to just, like... I'm saying, like, there's not a cart that's, like, right next to this gen store. I'm not going to use this cart to go way over here, because that's way further than from the gen store than just walking around. That's what I'm saying. Shortest path plugin? I absolutely despise the shortest path plugin. Despise it. It's like 10 times worse than Quest Helper. Why, if you don't mind me asking? If you just click on the minimap, it's going to take you the shortest path, bro. You just click. Okay, Regoth. Ask about Arceus. Cool. Might as well just run it rather than using a cart. Do you think with a 50% weakness to air, Mage on Air might work for early Barrows? It does work for early Barrows. I tend to use it just for the one kill for the experience. Overall, it's probably better to use melee or something like that with DDS specs, because you're only about 30-something% accurate with air spells early on. Okay, let's go ahead and hit this guy up. Talk to him for client. And then we'll go to the minecart to the southwest. Let's think about this one here. Need to hit this guy next. I think it's the Currend Castle minecart that we use next. I think that's what that one's called. From that one, I think the closest one is like way over here, Kingstown. Because there's like one over here, but that's not super close. I guess Host Cities West or Kingstown, huh? Currend Woodland, Currend Castle, Mount Quid, North Sundres. What's it called? Kingstown. Hosidius South, Hosidius West, Shazian East, I think is what it's called. There we go. You've seen 200 to 300 people asking about the Ren Energy overlay. So interesting that people hyperfixate on UI elements. Yeah, it's just not that important. Yeah, people are bugged that I'm walking, but it's early game, man. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna run out of Ren Energy. So, kind of important here. This is going to save us some steps later on. Quest that we're going to come up to is Goblin Diplomacy, where we have to make a blue dye and an orange dye. Make the orange dye by making a yellow and a red dye with red berries and onions, and then combining them. But we can also just go in this little shop right here, because there's an orange dye spawn inside here. And by here, I mean the clothing shop up here. We're going to take that orange dye right there. We like the orange dye. Likewise, clothing shop also has a chef's hat that you can buy, so you don't have to kill goblins for the like 1 in 128 chance to get in the Cook's Guild. So I always tend to grab that as well. New Varlamore has a dye shop? Yes, it does. You are right, man. Red and yellow dyes too if you search right. Nah, it's near the farming guild to the south. Different spot. Are you doing anything AFK on the group on the side? Yeah, I'm currently AFK in the big crab, man. I'm up about 300k XP so far today in attack. Is Savix okay? Savix said he's going to be live later today, man. He said he's doing much better. Do you think they'll add a gemstone crab pet? No. Cat's hungry already. Cat. Sorry, we're going to go through a bank soon. No cat tracker? I don't like the cat tracker plugin. It's a lot of pointless, redundant information. You just use the cat telling you that it's hungry to know that it's hungry. And then it's time to feed it. I think also since release, all the new WoW players have gotten me into watching streams. Well, welcome, brother man. You can prevent an interrupt mid-combat. It still gives you the message in the chat, bro. Alright, let's go ahead and come to the bank booth. Let's go and grab a sardine out for the cat. Here you go, big fella. What do the arty citizens do with the cats? They're hungry, man. They're starving, bro. Cat soup. Cat soup. I don't make the rules, man. They're hungry, bro. Starving citizens out there, dude. Yeah. Right. Thoughts on Berserker Ring versus Steel Ring from Deranged Archaeologists for Perilous Moons. And probably the Steel Ring, bro. What's your estimated playtime for Barrows gloves? Under 4 days. I don't know what it is, but under 4 days. Since this account won't be like absolutely like rushing it with everything, it'll probably take a little bit longer on this one. Because I'll probably do more like AFK gem crap or whatever else while I'm grouping. Okay, off to the Dark Altar. We'll definitely take the minecart system there. Faux Bodhi's Guide says get 65 fishing before looting Tempros. Isn't it 70 for the increased rewards? Yeah, might as well go 82 or whatever for the increased rewards again, man. He's saying loot at 65 because that's when the rewards become worth it enough to loot. If you want to wait until a higher loot tier, wait till a higher loot tier, bro. TJ, thanks for the 16 months, my man. Appreciate you, bro. Okay, Arceus.
What is the significance of Barrows gloves as a general milestone in OSRS?
It gives you basically one of the strongest upgrades that you're going to have gear-wise that you're not going to replace for a very, very long time. And sets you up for success, basically, because you're going to have a lot of very important quests done on that way. Like Desert Treasure for Ancients and stuff like that. It's just a good account building thing. Where if you start your account that way, you're going to have a very good foundation. If you skip doing that, you're going to be very... you're not going to have that foundation of all those like starter quests that, you know, kind of expand your account. Doing Barrows Gloves to start forces you to do quests. Forcing you to do quests is a great way to build your account. It's going to build you kind of evenly throughout the skills, and it's the fastest way to train most of those skills. So it's just always been like the way to start an account for new players. Or current players. Thank you for the 3 troller, dude. Yep, we broke it. Back to Veos. That'll finish up this quest. Oh, I thought the step up for rewards is 70, not 65 according to the wiki. Well, brother, it seems like you've already answered it for yourself, man. So just do what you think is right. I feel like you're trying to get me to change Bodhi's guide. You should tell Bodhi this if you want him to change it. If that's what it says on the wiki, send it, bro. If he told you to loot there, there's probably a reason he told you to loot there. He may not have explained the reason, but there's probably a reason. Okay, from here to Piscatorius. Piscarillius, rather. Yeah, I think it's exactly that, man. I think it's exactly that, you know, 65 because he wants Karam ones, and then there's no reason to stay longer at that point, so then you just loot. Did Loki end up getting the issue resolved? Supposedly Loki screwed up. It was his own doing that caused his downfall.
Thanks for the pine
Salty, thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate you, bro. This should finish this quest, then we'll go back to Port Sarim.
Quest completed.
Nice. We're going to go and use these on fletching. Again, I'm probably one of the only players in the game that uses both of these on fletching.
Level up.
But that's because I want to get level 10 fletching specifically for the tourist trap quest so we can get our agile level up massively faster. That's why we're doing that. Let's pick up a bucket, grab some milk while we're here for the cook's assistant quest. Is Bodhi the best guide for hardcore Ironman in RuneScape? Probably is, yeah. It's a very well built guide. It's for someone, like, it's more focused towards someone that knows what they're doing with the game. Because it's going to leave out some information that he's just going to assume that you know. So it might not be as good for a new player, but it's still really ridiculously good. Get in safe spot. Hammer. Nope, don't need. Yeah, it also has a focus on unlocking Song of the Elves. So it's not like get to Barrows Gloves in the fastest way possible, because it has you do some other things so you're ready to get to Song of the Elves. Okay, we can actually deposit a lot of this stuff right now. Key. Genuinely don't remember what the key's for. Don't need this. Key for something else. Get rid of the Silverlight key for now. Get rid of this stuff. And the Ghost Skull we can do later on. Rune Mysteries is done. I think we're going to go do Witch's House soon, so let's get the cheese out. We have our leather gloves on. I can also go ahead and put some leather boots on if I want to. No reason not to, right? Druidic Ritual, so... What raw meat do we have and what are we missing? Rat, chicken, bear, beef. Oh, I didn't pick up the beef. Okay, we'll have to go grab some beef real quick.
Been a while, glad to be back.
Let's get the Fally out as well. Let's go get that beef. Yo! Riley, thank you for the sub, man. Big 13-month primer. Fo, any thoughts about botters? Ban them? I'm not sure if there's a different answer you're looking for, but I'd be fine with that. Ban them all. There seems to be more and more of them. There always has been, bro. Every MMO in the world is going to have a ton of bots. There always has been. More people that play the game, probably more bots that come in, because there's going to be more of a market for the illicit stuff. So, seems logical that there's more. You fear that bots are going to be accepted and they're going to have rights?
I got it!
Ew.
Let's go, baby!
Bots deserve no rights. Need a spade. Take a photo doesn't read the YouTube chat? I read the YouTube chat. Am I done with the farmers? Yep, never talking to them again, bro. Does you read kick chat is the real question? Yup.
Quest completed.
Nice. Emerald. Do you know exactly what happened to Loki's loot? Just wait for his next video, bro. Now, I neglected to buy dyes when I was in Varlamore, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab some wood leaves like a normal player. Fo, was the OTK event considered a success? That's subjective. I would consider it a success. I don't know if you would, but that's subjective. I would say probably, yeah. Savix, maybe not. Ooh. Go ahead and put this emerald up. We don't need it on us right now. I'm gonna grab a fire staff out and some other runes too. Speed things up a bit. What percentage is RNG boosted for streamers by Jagex? Double what yours is. Streamers only ask to go dry for more content. That's honestly so true, man. And streamers. Okay, let's go ahead and start Witch's House. What's the matter, my guy? So nostalgic having the in-game tracks on. It's nice because I can actually play that to the YouTube videos, which will be good to have. So anytime I'm doing this series, I'm going to try to use old school music, I think. That way the YouTube videos don't really need to be edited for it. Alright, big dog, let's get a magnet, please. So the purpose in doing this quest, for those that don't already know, which most of you guys are going to know this, of course, is it's going to get me up to like 24 hit points, which is going to give me a lot more survivability on the account, which is very good. To do so, we're just going to go through some simple safe spot methods, like we did on Vampyre Slayer. Now, it's very important not to get caught here. If you're doing this, think of it like the castle garden in Ocarina of Time, where if she sees you, you get teleported out, you get caught. Don't get caught. Stay behind her. Stay behind the hedge. We'll hold here, let her turn around. And we're going to burn some run energy here. Can't get in the gate at first. Can't go through the green. Got to go get the key from over here. And we can walk, because we're going to have to walk behind her again here. Let's get this key. Hold. Wait here. Alright, so like I said, safe spot method. We got to kill a witch's experiment. We're going to do it the same way we did the Vampyre Slayer one. So we're going to stand here, get the NPC on this tile, and then we're going to walk under that NPC until the NPC moves to this tile. Once that happens, we just move over to the east, or to the west one step. So let's attack. If we need to eat, we're going to eat. He attacks, we step under, he moves over there, we move here, he's safe spotted because he's trying to move west before moving south, so he can't attack me. We'll have to do it one more time when the next NPC spawns,
completed.
which is the spider. We just need to be careful that he doesn't attack us. He didn't do it here. We just try again. He didn't do it here. We try again and we eat one. Try again. He goes. We're good. You just don't let your health get down too low there. He only has a max hit of like 3, so he's not going to KO you as long as you just chill. And then for the next one, we don't have to do that tech anymore because the next 2 NPCs that you have to kill are larger. So we're going to move back to the haste stack all the way to the south. Early Mage is so OP. Early Mage is amazing, dude. It's so strong. Okay, hit him one more time. He dies. We run down here. Safe spot the bear. Appreciate you, CG. Make sure to tell them to stand on the hay. Saw so many streamers get dragged out with the run on. Stand on the hay. Gotcha.
Level up.
Alright, start fire striking. And we want to use a fire staff for this, so we're using our air runes. How many times have I done this quest? 50. One of farmers? I'll be on the farmers account in a little bit, man. We'll find a stopping point eventually so I can start working on the farmers. I'm not going to be doing this all day. We're going to try to keep this minimal. I woke up early today so we can work on this for like 3-4 hours before getting to the farmer stuff today. Why swapping to fire? Because fire spells gives more experience.
Level up. Completed.
More mage XP by a good bit. Why not just keep with airstrike? Yeah, cast XP. Base experience. If I'm going to be using the runes anyways, I might as well get more experience.
Level up.
More time efficient overall. A little bit more pricey because it's 2 air runes instead of 1 mine rune that I'm using. It's a mine and 2 airs, but much more experience. Much more base experience for fire spells. Alright, that's done. Take the ball. Only other important thing is not to get caught on the way out. So we'll just walk behind. Alderan wines for early GP, yep. $11.5 base XP versus 5.5 per cast. Yeah, it's a big difference. Okay, we literally cannot get KO'd in the game now because we got this quest done. HP XP, so strong. This guy right here does not know the safe spot. He's going to get KO'd on his level 64 account. Let's go ahead and talk to Cake Mix up here. Cool dad guy. When Gemstone Crab? Probably won't do it till tomorrow. Yeah, his name is Cake Mix. Yep. You call him Cucky Mix? Cucky Mix, whoa. We're going to do Druidic Ritual to unlock Herblore. So we'll go ahead and knock that out. We've already got all of our raw meat for it. 1 chicken, rat, bear, and beef. Faux underscore. I think my YouTube is just faux freedom, not faux underscore freedom for the homies on Kick talking about it. YouTube.com/faux freedom. Chill. See, we're very tanky now though. 25 HP. We're not too worried about these guys now. Here, just spam click the gate. You don't have to kill these guys. The ad is fo underscore freedom displays fo. Oh, okay, it is then. All right, sweet, thanks. Maybe it's my Instagram that has no space or underscore. Just realized it's Frappuccino Friday. You basic bitch. Okay, from here, kind of what's going next is Knight's Sword, Draynor Village, Sheep Herder, Haziel Cult Fighter, and a Monk's Friend, the Cock Tower, Plague City, Biohazard Waterfall. That kind of like route into the finishing Knight's Sword, finishing Demon Slayer, getting the Rusty Sword, and then starting Taurus Trap. I think we'll leave most of that stuff for next time though. Okay, and that's going to be like the combat sequence. So pretty soon here we're going to finish up for today so I can get on the farmers accounts.
Quest completed.
Beautiful. So that's Herblore unlocked. From here we're going to go unlock or start Knight's Sword, which I could have done when I was in Falador, just kind of neglected to. Increase render distance in the GPU settings. You can go up to about 90 or so. Tomorrow, or rather next time, is where the progress really starts adding up because you get all the combat quests done. So just out of nowhere, you're like 45 combat rather than struggling along at like 13. Okay, so getting in here, chat, this time, like for this video, we're going to end here today. At basically the start of the Knight's Sword quest. The next one will involve most of the combat quests so we can actually start getting strong, and then we'll get into probably getting a rune sim to finish that one out, because that's kind of a pretty quick sequence when you're going to the through the combat quests. So for now, 29 quest points, 13 quests completed, about 3 hours 30 minutes on the account, without accounting for the time that we're on Tutorial Island. Not too bad on the progress. Cat's hungry. We're just going to pick him up so we don't have to deal with him for now, because we hate the cat. And we'll log off there for now. So next time, we'll send the next quest sequence. And for